Okay, we good. I think we live. Let me pause that. I really need a starting soon screen. Make my life so much easier. But yeah, happy Sunday. Was it Memorial Day weekend? How you doing? Thank you, Big Chungus and Francisco. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you, Maple. I wanted to stream today because I just did. Honestly, the 20K thing kind of just lined up with it. I'm trying to do more streams, and it was just a good opportunity to do so. And I have a bad habit of, like, if I delay something, I'm going to delay it a lot. So we just had to lock in and do a stream. I don't have too many plans today. Might be a short one, but I'm hoping, you know, we have a good time here. And the whole unboxing thing, I'll get to that in a little bit. It's kind of like an experiment for the streams. I'm going to be testing stuff out as we do it. I will unbox something, but it's like it's a little test with some camera stuff, because I've never done this before. It's not going to be with this webcam, that's what I'm saying. Surface Mail Premium went up on AmiAmi. The last bastion of cheap shipping has fallen. Yeah, I just paid... Actually, I didn't. Dude, I was gonna... What was it? Okay. I don't want to say what I bought outside of the Priestess Shibuna, but that just came out, and they wanted... It was like... I don't know, it was like 9,800 for ECMS, which was like, man, that's freaking a lot. And I think it was like 6,500 or so for premium. It was something lower, but it was like not that much lower. So I'm like, man, okay. So I like messaged them, because you could do that, and you could be like, hey, how much would this cost to combine it with this? Like, I was like, hey, how much is this figure with this figure? And they gave me a quote. I'm like, all right, that actually sounds pretty good for your Surface Mail. Whoop, I unpaused my stream. And I was like, okay, I'll try that. And then it turns out that the number they quoted me was off by like 2,500. And then it was like only a couple thousand yen cheaper than the ECMS. And it's like, do I want to wait, you know, 4 months for 20 bucks? It's like, not really. So I spent a lot more money for no reason this month. But I'll get a nice figure and 2 nice figures in the, you know, as a result. But yeah, the shipping's pretty crazy. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is actually pop out my chat. I need to do that. Makes my life a lot easier. So I just like look at it at all times. Okay. Also, I need to close a bunch of my other tabs. I have like way too much stuff open right now. Leave that. Leave this. Way too much over here. Okay, close, close, close. And I think I'm good. Thank you, Kitchu. Appreciate it. Alright. Sorry, I'm just like... Actually, let me see if my chat's still working. Okay, that's there. That's there. That looks... I don't know. Is it too small? I never know where to place the chat. I feel like the text could be bigger. The reason I would want chat on screen is if I get hit with a copyright strike for any of this music, and I try and fix it, the chat will die forever. It's just like, it will never come back, which is really stupid. I'll leave it like this for now, but the problem is if I click something like this, right? I kind of block a little bit of the text. I just don't know where to put it, but I guess the name of the character is not super important, right? What's up, Moop? Thank you, Radiant, if I said that right. Danielle, have you seen that My New Dress Up Darling figure? Or are you talking about the Halloween one? I think that's what you're talking about. Oh, I should have opened the Good Smile page. Goodsmile.com. That's what it is, right? I usually have the stuff bookmarked, but I'm using the what is it? Private, secret, you know, incognito thing, but the Firefox version. Thank you, Franklin. Thank you, Adina. Yeah, who's making that one, actually? Where is it? I've lost it. It was on this website, right? Oh, it's right here. The Hello... Oh, it's Good Smile Art Shanghai. She looks pretty. It's not my favorite figure of her, but I do like this costume for her. I think I remember talking about this one specifically whenever they showed it off, and it just took forever to go up for pre-order. Like, it's not super interesting of a costume, but it feels in line with what she would wear to like a Halloween party. I like the long socks thing. Like the baggy Yaru socks. Very in character, you know? And like the little, I guess, fake tattoos or makeup is pretty cute. Wouldn't want a web in my eye, though. But it works. It works well. Oh, you can take off the hat. But yeah, it's for 20,000 these days, that's not bad. I'm just kind of not against Halloween figures. I just don't buy them. A festive figure is hard to work into the collection. Is Black Swan too expensive? Which one is Black Swan? You're gonna have to like point them out to me. I don't remember. I feel like I've seen other characters or figures called Black Swan, but if it's a relevant, like a recent one, I don't remember. This Ryza, kind of just out of nowhere from Kadokawa, right? This is very expensive though. I saw on Twitter. I'm not gonna go on Twitter. It's just a field of bombs. I can get like banned on just like looking at anything over there because of what gets posted. But it was like a top-down view, and the thighs looked very good, I must say. I just feel like this price is crazy for what this is. You know, like it's nice. She comes with the base. I like the crystals jutting behind her. Not too expressive, a gentle smile. I feel like we've gotten better expressions on Ryza before. I feel like this has to bin. I don't love to encourage like binning and waiting for stuff to bin, but it feels like it's gonna happen, you know. Number 1 on Amiyami, thank you. Oh, this girl. What did you say? This is too expensive? It is very expensive, but I don't know. I guess that's kind of like a topic for today, huh? Happy Memorial Day, Drew. Thanks for stopping by. It was this figure and this one, right? I think I remember I was following this one, so when this went up for 44,000 yen, quite the heartbreaker. This is very, very expensive, but I guess this one is too. My like way of collecting is I'll see something like this, and yeah, I'll wince at the price, and I might not even want to buy it, right? But I'll see a figure that looks like this with like all this really nice paint application and there's just crazy sculpting detail and a nice base to go alongside it. Clearly a high efforts, high quality figure. I feel like I'm saying something redundant there, but you know, a lot of money. And then you go to like, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but you know, Freeing used to make 40,000 yen figures and they're just big characters, right? Like they're not super interesting. They're not doing anything special, but they'll ask 40,000 yen. But people will be like, oh, this is perfect because it's big, right? Like, I don't see the value in big. I see the value in the details and the paint. And I feel like sometimes if I don't explain that correctly, I come off as a snob. Because it's, oh, the artistic value of this is way higher. But I honestly do think that. So, I mean, yeah, not being into this character, I'm going to be like, no, I'm not going to pay that. And the same thing with Hanekawa. I feel like that's way too much for Hanekawa. I just struggle to see the pure value in this. I get what they're going for. I do think it's genuinely beautiful. Also, if my music is too loud, let me know. This one song sounds very loud for some reason. It's like, yeah, there's this bone graveyard. There's like 6 lanterns. She's got a really pretty art style. There's like the tattering of the clothing and it's wind swept a little bit. It's like a twisty metal wire everywhere on the pole. Not to mention, how is this being supported? How heavy are these lanterns? You know what I mean? Every time we've seen this figure, it has not been supported with something in the back. Hold on, I'm gonna skip this song for now. It just sounds so loud to me, at the very least. But yeah, I don't know. I love this. I was really ready to jump on this and buy it, but I think my top would have been like 35. I don't know. I just do not see the value here. But if someone was like, hey, here's 40,000 yen, buy this or a Freeing bunny, yeah, I'm buying this, like 100% of the time. Because this is what I like. I like when companies, they kind of flex and they kind of show off their talents a little bit more. They make something a little bit more unique and special. You're not going to get too many figures of Monogatari like this, so, you know, I don't know. The fact that this is exclusive kind of worries me that this will never drop in price, but a lot of Q's Q stuff does. If we go here, we could probably find a few examples, even on the front page, right? Not the pre-orders, but we have some sales there. This one dropped a little bit. She definitely wasn't 19,000. when she first went up for pre-order. 5,000 yen here. Not drastic drops, but they usually do. I feel like if you like QSQ, a lot of the time you don't have to pre-order them, even though I would encourage to support a good company, but it just, you know, it turns out that a lot of the time you don't. Oh, I got like a hiccup. I don't know, it's not coming out. Which of the two Nadeshiko figures do you prefer? Like Hoshino Ruri? Hoshino Ruri. Are they on here? I'm assuming you're talking about like Space Martian or Martian Successor Nadeshiko. I like them both, but I really like the Good Smile one. I don't know what it is. I think it's her hair. She has a pretty face too, and I like how, I don't know why the skirt is so loose, but I like it. Like, it feels like it's not snug on her. There's so many creases in it. I think she's really cute here. I started to watch this show because I wanted this figure, and I'm not done with it, and the pre-orders are closed, so I don't know if I'll actually buy it. But yeah, there's just something about it. She looks slightly more mature here too. This is the movie version where she's older, whereas this is both of them. I forget how old she is in the show. She's pretty young, but then she becomes, I guess, the main character in the movie. Haven't seen it yet. This one's definitely more creative. I don't think the price is even that bad, considering it's two characters. I know some people kind of winced at this price too, but if you're gonna charge this much, at least it's two characters in one, and they're joint together, and there's like a cute kind of heart shape to it. So yeah, this one's more creative. I like the face and the general quality of this one a little bit more. I don't think you could go wrong. This one would definitely leave a bigger impression, I guess. Like, if you have less figures, this one will probably be like, whoa, that's a cool one. That's different, because there's two, and they're the same character, but different ages of, or like, times of their lives, right? It's cool. It's a creative figure, but I don't know. Despite the simplicity, this one just draws me in more. Also, her base is really nice. Even though simple, I like this base. I don't know what they're gonna do. Oh, they have it actually here. Yeah, the base is kind of cheapy on this one. It's just like, yeah, here's the logo, white with some red. It's sleek enough, but if we can get like a top-down shot of this, I don't know if they're giving it to us here. Maybe not. I could probably find it on this website. Nope, not typing. Hoshino Ruri. The show is a lot funnier than I thought it would be. I'm watching it dubbed. Usually I don't watch too many dub shows, but one, it's an older dub, and two, it's like pretty funny. I like the casting a lot. Why is it not loading? All right, it's not loading, but it'll probably eventually load. Thank you, Mist. Appreciate it. That's a figure, or this is a figure, that if it's available, I might pre-order it down the line. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're giving us a good view of it. But you could see, it's got like the galaxy, it's got the, like a cooler logo. Maybe I'm a weeb, but I like that the logo's in Japanese here instead of in just English or the very boring type font. They made a really fun website for this figure too, if you didn't know. Like from the 90s to early 2000s. Like all the quality of the images are like low res too, which is not great when you're trying to get information on the figure, but it is fun to look at. That's loud. I'm sorry. Maybe they'll show the base here. See, I don't know what they're gonna show me over here. I gotta like hide that shit. Oh wait, that's too big. Theater mode. Anyway, yeah, figure's cool. If it was like a little cheaper, I probably would have just pre-ordered it anyway. But 20,000 these days is the average, unfortunately. Oh, you could take off her cape. That's cool. I didn't know that. More value to this one, I suppose. But yeah. Honkai Star Rail. I don't know if I have anything else to say about this figure. I do think she's very pretty, though. I do feel like this is, I don't know, it's Alter. Like, you're guaranteed a banger figure with Alter. So is it like you will spend a lot, but you will definitely not be disappointed. But for the average collector, they're not going to want to spend this much. I don't want to spend this much, and I would not call myself the average collector. I like to have the average collector mindset, though, but I know I'm in way too deep, you know what I mean? But there's a lot going on here. There's this cool energy streak. There's like, what is it, all these cards, I guess she uses. The window or painting behind her. It's like shattered glass. There's a crystal jutting out. There's some nice gradation down there. There's like really nice gradation throughout all of her like accessories and hair and stuff like that. So I don't know. You're guaranteed something good, but yeah, that's super duper expensive. I guess that takes out our 2 big figures we could talk about today. Something I haven't done in a while. I'm just rambling at this point. I haven't looked at Nendoroids, like, at all. There's like a few I still want, but as of late, I can't say I've really like looked at the stuff that goes up. Oh, these? I don't like them. I hate them. I rarely like to use the word hate, but there's just something about these panty and stocking Nendos that I really don't like. And it's just something with like the proportions. The legs are way too thin. I really don't like how thin they made the legs. It does not fit the art style, and the older Nendoroids did it better. So like, why revert? You know, you had a good thing. You kind of matched the art style better back in the day, but you just ditched it, you know? I don't feel too strongly against these 2, though. I like that we got knee stocks and scanty, and they look pretty good. 7,000 yen, though, is quite a lot. But I think that probably is just the average these days, yeah? Like, I don't know. They're not bad, you know, but the faceplates are... the heart one's good. They could have done a little bit more with both of them. They're fine. They're fine, but they don't really align with what I'm looking for in a panty and stocking figure. Considering how unique the art style is, when you go away from it too much, it's just gonna lose the appeal as a whole. Like, you either have the very pretty Bishoujo, like, realistic style they do sometimes, or you have the Powerpuff Girls very cutesy, chibi look. And since this is a chibi figure, you would just want it to be 1-to-1, you know? I don't know, that's just me. Other than that, I think this one used to be, what was it? Like an Ichiban Kuji thing? And they just put it up for pre-order normally? Which makes you wonder how well this did. It's a funny face, I like this. Her hair is really cute too. It looks like it has no shading on it, which bugs me. I know it's just a Nendo, but it's just that one light greenish blue. I want some other color in there. Just like one other color. Even if it's just like a lighter or darker blue or green. You know what I mean? But good expressions. Mainly this one. But the normal one's cute. The starry eyes and the style of hair carries it for me. But she doesn't really come with much. Teacup. Little kettle. Or pots. Right? Mau Mau Basic. Was this how it used to be? Was Free Rent always a basic? I don't remember that. Let me see. I think she must have had like a normal one. Oh, they just made like a cheap version of it. Why? It like, would you not want cat Mau Mau? I think that's redundant. Doesn't Mau Mau mean cat anyway? You would want this. If you wanted a Nendo of Mau Mau, you would just want everything. It's not even that much more. You're just like paying half for so much less. Not even half, like 2,000 yen less. I don't know, man. For like their bread and butter, Nendoroids, I don't get how they could skimp out so much, you know? I don't know if it is like their most profitable line of figures, but surely it has to be one of them. So, oh, this guy was cool. I haven't played Expedition 33. I'm not super interested in it, but this guy looks cool. And he's different. And they like, I don't know exactly how this guy looks in the game, but it's a unique looking Nendo. This is not like what you would expect in the Nendoroid line. He's so fat. So like this price doesn't really bother me either. He looks puffy. I like his puffy sleeves. I think he has like 2 accessories, but I don't know. He's unique enough, right? I got the Rehair Hatsune Mikunen. Nice, nice. This one was very popular, if I recall. The Rabbit Hole Miku. They had to re-release it. I mean, I think this did like jump up quite a bit, like immediately. Oh, red hair. Gotcha. Almost makes me want a bandwagon. I like the song. I don't really collect Nendos these days. Outside of very weird, niche, goofy Nendos. Like, I like the weird stuff. So, like, I think they're even making a pop-up parade of this design, which I don't know which would be better. But they are covering their bases. This does work very well as a Nendo, though. Her hair is great. Like, the hair here, while I like the hairstyle of that other one we looked at a little bit more, but this one has 2 colors in it and the heart, like, printing, so it just makes it better. It elevates the sculpt and the paint a little bit more. I think this design also is just a little bit more creative because the other one was a maid outfit. Granted, this is a bunny suit, which is the least creative thing in figures, but, you know, it just works better for me. I like the handcuffs, too. Hey, Zuko, shoutouts from Brazil. Your video from Japan inspired me to maybe go next year. Hell yeah. I love collecting scales, but got into Figma and Figuarts. I like me a actually, might be opening a Figma later. So, if you like Figma, I mean, you can stick around for that. Appreciate your support. And I hope you have a good time if you go to Japan. You should. I don't know how flying is for you, but right now flying is terrible here in the US because of prices, but you know what it is. Do they even put up good Figma these days? Sayori had a cool one, and they did re-release Mr. Raging Wolf. Torrent being 17,000 kind of irks me. I get he's a cool-ass horse, but just for like a die-hard fan only, you know? That's so much money for a horse. I mean, hey, horses are cool, but I ain't got that dough. The Pomni one was funny. But other than that, I guess there really hasn't been too many lately. I'll open those 2. Figma are crazy. They are so expensive. I like them, but it's so hard to get into them when you're paying $100 for them. You probably can't even see it. This is like 90, and this is a re-release that used to cost like 3,000. So, feeling extra scammed, but I did want to buy it because I missed out originally. That one did shoot up in price quite a bit. Like, this Pomni comes with nothing. It has faceplates and the curse censoring, right? Because she's swearing there. But that's it. That's all she comes with. Oh, and a clenched fist, excuse me. And open hands. And it's like, I don't know. Her design does carry this. It's a nice looking figure. But, I don't know. Why would you want a posable if it has nothing to, like, play with? At least that's how I see, like, posable figures. Are you talking about Teto? But yeah, I don't know. I like, she's short too, so 13,000 is just a lot. And even like, even taking in the just design of her and the uniqueness of it, I don't feel like this really equates to that price point. Like even Sayori here, I feel like is a much better value. I guess they can repurpose some stuff because it's like a typical human character. Of course, she has abs, which I guess you're not gonna get on every female Figma, but you know, she's got guns. She's got cool-ass, like, trench coat or whatever. I don't know what else she has besides guns. I think it is just guns. But hey, guns are cool accessories, so. And I feel like everybody just likes this girl. Myself, too, and I don't even really know much about her. She's just cool. Her fit's cool. Her aura's cool, if I could use a stupid word like that. I think this one will probably do pretty good, though. Like myself, I'd probably rather just get, like, her scale figure. She has more faces than Mr. Potato Head. It's nice, though. This sucks, though. Like, not that they're doing the bonus, but as an American, if I wanted this would cost me, like, $54 now to ship it, which is crazy. Like, if I like any bonus, I can't get it anymore. It's just not feasible. Even the US site has, like, terrible tariff rates, so I always try and avoid using them. I haven't bought anything from the Good Smile store since my... I think the last thing I got was one of the Miku figures, which I've yet to unbox. I haven't been unboxing figures lately, but I just had to, like, cut cold turkey. Like, no more. Can't do it. 34 was pushing it, or 32, whatever it was, and then they made it $52 or $54 for shipping. There's no relief from the tariffs from them. You can't cancel anything. It's like, there's no reason. So, I just have to hope that something I want doesn't have a cool bonus. Yeah, it's 54 now. They have it somewhere here. I don't know where it would be. I don't know. It'd probably take too long. I could, like, scan it really quickly, but I don't remember when it happened. That's the problem. I don't think I made a video on it. I was tired of making, like, doom and gloom videos, but yeah, it's just, for Americans, this site just is not worth using anymore. Can't believe I'm catching Zuko live. It only happens every now and then, but I'm trying to do it a little bit more. So thank you for stopping by. If you stop by more and the streams do good, then it'll make more happen. You don't even have to like do anything besides show up, right? So yeah, show up and hang out and talk, and I'll probably stream more. Sayori did get a scale, right? I think it did go up already. Yeah. It's like, it's cool. It's got a little boring, I guess, for this much. But, I mean, that stomach definition. That's all you need, you know? She has a cool base, too. Some, like, destroyed building environment, right? City street kind of thing, you know? If I was buying Blue Archive stuff, definitely would have bought this. She's cool. Like, it's just one of those designs that I think appeal to a lot of people. And you could strip her down if you want, at least to the pants and the top. But can't lose the trench coat. The trench coat's too cool. I get it's sexier, but the trench coat's too cool. But yeah, that was like a while ago. As far as like the new stuff, I guess this week, like what else new went up this week? It was very surprising to see this Miku get a re-release. I never knew this was that popular. Like, I like it. It's cute. The colors are nice and the fit fashionable. But I don't know. I just didn't think this was like so in demand. But maybe the aftermarket prices did warrant this. You know what I mean? I don't know if this went up in price. It doesn't tell you here. But yeah, I just wasn't expecting at all the Mikus. The people beg for a re-release. This would have been one of them. But it is nice they're actually going back into the Miku catalog and bringing some stuff back to life, because they used to not do that at all. And now they're starting to like pull into their bag of Miku and give us what we want. But yeah, this was like a couple of years ago, right? Yeah, 2023. It's not for me, but if it makes people happy, that's cool. This girl's very naked. What else we got? This is the one in the thumbnail. I just think she's cool. I thought it'd make for a good thumbnail. I don't know why. It's a creative figure. I don't think this will be popular at all. But I like the concept of this one. Just Miku, like, as a garage kid artist, I guess. Or, hey, maybe she's working for some company. But, you know, I don't know why she's wearing a kimono while doing this. But it's honestly a pretty nice outfit for her. And there's, like, all this fun stuff by the waist. And the doll she's holding is very pretty. I think just the nicheness of this idea and the 33,000 yens means, like, not a lot of people are going to jump on this, but I don't think every figure needs to be popular. Otherwise, you know, yeah, the back of this figure looks great. This bow, there's like wires running down the bow. I really like that for some reason. Really cool. Just not something you typically see from like a big company. Like, why would they make this? But they wanted to, so they did. We got Admire Vega got a re-release. A lot of these fat company horses go up quite a bit. I've been in this hobby for years and somehow don't have a single Miku. Honestly, I barely had any Miku until recently. I had like 2. Now all of a sudden I'm gonna have like 6 by the end of the year, which is that's the slippery slope. Once you start buying them, you open the door, then you're gonna have too many. I kind of want to click this, but it's a little suggestive. I'm not gonna do it. I know about that figure, but Prune has a wild belly dancer figure, I'll tell you that. I feel like a lot of these, yeah, I remember talking about these last time. So I guess, yeah, there wasn't too much since my last stream, because it was only like 2 weeks ago. This girl's name is so hard to say. I feel like I learned how to say it, and then I forgot. Ayafiala, I don't know. But this is a really cute one. Her hair is so goddamn cute. Honestly, I think this figure is great just for the hair. The Alice in Wonderland ass fit, it's great too. The big ass fork. I don't love this base that much. Like, the colors of the base, I don't know what, like, that paneling is supposed to be. It's not the most appealing thing for me. I like the strawberries a lot. I almost feel like she should be on some cake or something, but she's not. I don't know. Maybe it's like a jar, like a lid for a jar. I pronounced it right? Are you heading any cons? I wanted to go to MomoCon, and then I ran into some issues. And then I was thinking about going to Anime Expo, but I still have the same issues, which are health related. And then the prices for tickets for flying there are pretty expensive now, so I don't know. I'm thinking maybe if I don't do that, I don't have like any time left for Anime Expo, but I'm close enough to Anime NYC where maybe I'd go to that. So expensive though, man. Like, I'm so spoiled by old cons because I used to go to cons, but you know, nowadays it's like $200 just to go for the weekend. Just the tickets are like $180. It's like, god damn. And I get it's a 4-day thing. When you break it down, it's not that much, but it used to be like 60. It was so cheap back in the day. Now everything's so goddamn expensive. But yeah, I really wish I wasn't dealing with my weird health problems that I can't explain to anybody because they make no sense, but I currently am, and I'm just working through it. So I need to go to a neurologist. I got like a number to call for Monday, and I'm gonna try. Actually, I don't know if they're open because it's Memorial Day, but Tuesday I'll try and hit them up. But yeah, I don't know. If anything, go to Japan again, make more videos. I feel so encouraged to just go back because those videos are very popular, but I mean, that's an expensive trip, especially while the tickets for flights are so expensive right now. Yeah. Who's making this, actually? Was it Good Smile Arts? It is, yes, it's Good Smile Arts. 29,000 for this girl, huh? I don't know, it's a really cute design. Like, I don't have that much to say about it. It definitely feels like a nice companion to the Strawberry Miku. If the base was different, I'd absolutely love this, but as it stands, I just normally like it a lot. Like, I'd say it's like at least an 8, at least, or like maybe even a 9, I don't know. Depends how nice it comes out, but the hair is crazy. The hair is so nice. I mostly like around her face, but the super long ponytail and how curly everything is, very appealing. At this point, I kind of canceled all my comp plans just to go to Japan. Honestly, I think that's the play. Especially if you're planning to buy stuff. That's definitely the play. But yeah, I haven't been to a con in so long that I don't really know what I'm missing. I think Anime Expo would be the one to go to, because like everybody goes to it. I don't know if it's so busy that it's annoying to the point, but you know, all the big companies go. Like, you know, I think that's cool. Like, you don't really get that elsewhere. At least in America, you don't get that elsewhere. Let's go to the pre-orders. This My figure is crazy. Did this just go up? I don't know if this just went up. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Some of this is a little suggestive. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Oh, this girl. She is so expensive. Why did they make her 30 to 32? Come on, open up, please. We talked about this last time, but she wasn't up for pre-order, and now she's almost 31,000 yen. Get she's a 1/6 scale, and she's really nicely sculpted, and the eyelashes are to die for, but man, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for like a girl who looks pretty short, you know? She does have a cool base. There's like little rabbits on the moon. Very, very cute. Chibi circular buns, but you know, whatever. The shading on her leggings are crazy, and just the thickness of this like girl is pretty, you know, enchanting, I guess. But I don't know, man. It's like, I guess when you break down each little thing, it adds up. But I don't think anybody was really expecting this much money. I think it all depends on the con. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know much about MomoCon. I wanted to go for One Fest, and it seems like it was cool. I probably would have bought a garage kit if I went. Maybe a mint. I know some artists had like mint Phantom garage kits, but you know, I'm probably better off because that would have been like $180. I don't need to spend more right now. But cause like, yeah, they get so expensive. I know Grizzly Panda was there, or at least like they were selling stuff there, which is very cool. That's like one of my favorite sculptors like ever. I don't know. I feel like everybody knows who they are though. They've just done really good stuff like throughout the years, even since I was around like in the beginning. But yeah, this girl's so much. I think Hobby Sakura is a great company. I think they used to make much cheaper stuff though, and I feel like they're starting to realize they could charge a little bit more now that they're proven. I feel like that does happen a lot with some of these companies. Megaplex. I actually don't know what Megaplex is. I haven't heard of that one. But yeah, you know, if it's too expensive, you don't buy it, you know? Maybe it'll drop in price. Koto put out this really whack Mau Mau. I don't like it. There's something like her head looks so small. It's a really boring figure, which is in line with all their other Oshi works, but something about the Mao Mao, as well as Jinshi. I think Jinshi didn't really look that great either. Looks a little better. I feel like proportionally looks a little bit more accurate. And granted, they don't really make any of Jinshi, so this at least has more legitimacy to it for even existing. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, I guess I messed that up. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I just expected a little bit more from this Mao Mao. Kind of just doesn't look like her to me. I just watched this show and its completion, so like Mao Mao's on the mind. Kind of want a Mao Mao figure, but I don't think it'd be this one. She does look stretched out. They also put out Taya, which is cool. I'm kind of upset that these Oshi work figures are so boring in concept. I like that, you know, they're making budget figures now, but they're all so static. Like, I don't feel like any of them have looked like must-buys, even as somebody who wants to only spend, like, a little bit of money. I guess if we type in Oshi works, most of them will come up. Like, I'm biased for Mega Man, so I like the Mega Man ones, but I think that's just bias. I don't think they're, like, that good. I think they did make Stark, who I guess is sold out at the moment, maybe? He looks, I don't know. It's like, I like the pose, but it's not, like, committed enough. I want him lower to the ground, or looks like he's really ready to swing. He's kind of on defense, but I don't think it looks cool. It doesn't look cool enough. It looks fine, but it could look cooler. Winter free run, though, is a good idea. I like it. Simple. But again, for like 6,000, you could probably get like a prize figure that looks a little bit more interesting, because they make some really nice prize figures these days. What's up, Kuhaku? Thank you. I do want Taya, because like that was OG waifu. That was first waifu, but I just don't, I don't know. I don't love this figure. I want to, but I just don't. Should have been the date outfit. That would have took my money right away. From like the OG show. You know what I'm talking about. I think they would have made more money. Wouldn't have just been me. I think a lot of people would have bought that. Yeah, they're not terrible. It's Koto, right? At the same time, I don't think any of them are out yet, so I shouldn't say they're gonna be good figures, but I'm sure they're gonna be fine. I mean, like, a lot of Koto figures don't even have that much, like, shading to them, so, like, how much lower can you go if you're already not doing much shading on your big scale figures? I was legit thinking of getting Dr. Wily and Light, just because who makes figures of Light and Dr. Wily? You know what I mean? You gotta buy them together, though. And the Mega Man dilemma for me, like, I'm a big Mega Man fan, but you simply can't have all the Mega Man things. They make too much Mega Man stuff. So, you know, some series that you're like a diehard fan of, you want to collect a lot of it, right? But when it's so much and you're not rich, it kind of puts you in a position where it's like, yeah, I guess I'm good with what I have, you know? I don't need to continue because I know I will not finish this set anytime, so it makes me feel like, yeah, I don't need it, you know? Would be cool, though. But, I don't know. We'll see when it comes out. Probably not going to buy it, though. Did you get any more Prime 1 statues? No. The Gurren Lagann one was the closest I was to getting one, but it was like $2,000. I have no room for it. And I do regret not getting the Dorohedoro one, even though I also have no room for that. But that's basically Grail at this point, because it's like $3,000 now. The Gurren Lagann one, I'm okay with living without, but I really do wish I bought the Dorohedoro one. At the same time, we are getting some decent Gurren Lagann stuff. Oh, this guy went on sale? Kamina went on sale, huh? The problem with this figure, the box is so big. I saw this in Japan. Like, I don't even think this would have fit in my suitcase. It's so big. Like, I might have bought it, but it was retail everywhere when I was in Japan, so this price was too much for me. This price is more manageable, but yeah, couldn't have brought it home, so. I don't need a Kamina, though. I have the old Kamina figure, so I'm okay with not having that. I do like the Yoko, though. I actually don't have a Yoko figure. I think this one turned out good, but, like, where's her glasses? Like, the yellow glasses? How come she does not come with that? If she's shooting somebody, she should be wearing those. IMO. As an accessory, just put them on, take them off if you don't like them, but she should have came with that. That's my nitpick. I'm being a little bitch right now, but that's my nitpick. If you want a good Mau Mau, the one with her sitting on the table, yeah, that is a good one, and I do want that, but it's not, like, cheap anymore. They should re-release that, and they probably will when, like, Season 3 comes out. So I'm just waiting. I will buy that. I like that show quite a bit. I feel like I didn't like it as much as everybody else did, because, like, non-stop glazing, but it was genuinely entertaining, so. And Mau Mau's great. So, yeah, I will likely add that to the collection. But it's so, like, cheap at retail, and pre-owned. I mean, here's a great example of that. I'm not paying that. You know, this figure was like under $100 when it came out. So, what's up, Nicole? How long does it take for you to dust your collection? Well, right now my collection's not really fully out. What's behind me is all I really have on display. Let me like look at what I'm doing back here. Dude, should I take the chat off my screen? You can like barely see it. Maybe I'll do that for now. Like, this is all I have. It's not much. A lot of it's in boxes right now. What I do is I just put on, like, a YouTube video on the computer, and then I just boop, 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 pick them up, dust the shells, get a makeup brush or, like, the air pump thingy, which this, blow it off, then dust it off, and, I don't know, maybe, like, an hour. But I usually don't do it, like, straight forward, all of them at once. I get a little lazy, so it's like, one shelf, awesome. Do something else. 2 shells, awesome, do something else. So, but that's the luxury of, I guess, having the time to do that. Not efficient, but yeah, it takes a bit. But maybe an hour for that. Probably not an hour. Maybe like 30 to 40 minutes for like what I have back there. Because it's not that much, like I said. If I had everything out, yeah, we're talking an hour and a half. And then maybe, you know, it depends on, like, if you have the glass shells or the doors, you can close them, and then you don't have to worry about, you know, dust getting in as much. Detol, some dust gets in, but at a much slower rate unless you seal the sides of them, or, like, the door and the top. It's annoying, but you can do that. Do you need an air blower? The brush is enough. I just like doing this when there's not that much on it, because I'd rather not touch the figure if I don't have to. So just pump in the air for like the slight dust. It's an easy way to get like the surface level off. But once it's really caked on, this basically does nothing. So the brush is always going to be good, but this is when I'm lazy. Or if I'm doing it a lot. And I do have like a mechanical one, or like a handheld, like chargeable air. I want to call it a cannon. This thing blows air way too hard. I try not to use it too much. I thought it'd be less powerful. But it's for, like, cars, I think. It didn't say that when I ordered it. But, yeah, that thing blows air really hard, so I'm almost worried I'm going to break stuff. If I had, like, a Nendoroid, I think it would actually push the Nendoroid off the shelf. That's how, like, strong it is. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you, Nicole. Thanks for telling me about the Mau Mau figure. No problem. But, yeah, if you like this and you watch this show, just wait. People get a little too antsy to buy figures of like a character from a show that they like recently got into. It's like, oh wow, I really love this and I want this, but it's so expensive right now. And they kind of just let that eat inside of them, and it's like, oh fuck, I gotta get this right now, and then they overspend on it. Like, I think the longer you're in the hobby, the more you pick up like, oh, this will probably get re-released, right? You think of a company like Good Smile, you think how, oh, they're re-releasing figures of Mau Mau, like with the Nendoroids and stuff. They keep making them. Other companies keep making them. They can clearly see. I know these companies see the aftermarket of their stuff. They have to. Maybe not right away, but they do eventually. So you kind of just put that all together. Logically, it just makes sense that at some point, Good Smile will re-release this. But they have so much other crap they make that they can't just do it right away once they notice that the price is high. It's all strategic. If the show is coming out, then it makes more sense to line it up with that. Maybe that won't happen, but that's a good like line of logic to assume, right? Even if this takes another year, I would still just keep waiting, because it's already way too much, right? Like, you should not want to spend 3 times the price, 4 times the price for something, because that's just smart. That's just how you stay in the hobby for longer. If you're spending $40,000 on all these figures that used to cost 10 to 20, you're gonna burn yourself out so hard. But yeah, then some other figures are like, yeah, this is probably never gonna get re-released because it sold like ass. Like, that wasn't even a figure that sold bad. It just was nowhere near as much as the demand for it. Like, people just saw it, came out, it's like, wow, this is really cheap, I want it. Then everybody scoops it up, then there's no more to go around. So that was a figure that kind of like got taken for granted, I guess. Should I wait for a release for the Ryuko Matoi figure? Oh, the one where it's like the scissor crack in the ground? That's another one that I feel like... Hold on, let's see. Is it 2? No, it's 1. I was gonna say 2 U's. This is not available right now. I think that's a good sign too. If the figure actually goes out of sale during the pre-order phase, you might want to think about getting in on it early and not playing the gamble for if it's gonna go down in price. Well, I gotta like, actually gotta like catch my breath. I've been talking nonstop. Yeah, this kind of figure, anything that's like really cheap, clearly popular, right? Like, this is just something for a show that's like universally loved, like Kill la Kill. It's staying power since what, 2013? It's relevant, right? Still these days, still today, getting figures, and it's accessible. It's cheap enough. It looks good. The only reason this wouldn't go up in price, in my opinion, is if it came out and it looked like ass, like they fucked it up somehow. I feel like with this at the baseline, it stays the same price. Like, maybe. It could just stay the same price, but I feel like it could creep up. I suspect this won't become a Mao Mao thing where she's like 40 to 50,000 yen. I don't know. I feel like she's not that character anymore. Mao Mao is so popular. Ryuko is popular, but I just feel like with figure collectors and the demographic of both audiences, I feel like this one will maybe hit that like 20 to 30. But I don't know. It's all speculation. I could be totally wrong. But when I see a figure for 15,000, it's under $100, and I like it, I don't feel a reason to risk it, you know? Unless you saw it late, and then you have to like try and find it somewhere. Man, I gotta shut up. I'm talking. I'm like losing my voice. Give me a second. Oberon seems like a very popular dude. But his scale is still available. That might have been too expensive for some people, you know? It's hard, because like when a figure is too expensive, a lot of people don't want to buy it, and then it bins, but sometimes it bins, and then it sells out, and then it shoots up. Or sometimes it bins and it just stays at the bin price. It just kind of depends. I think some people, or not even some people, I think a lot of people just hope and just wait for the sales. They really want it, but they know they can't justify it. But then they get that guilt of missing out, and it's like, oh, I gotta buy this now. So they're willing to pay a little bit more. I feel like Satsuki goes up more than Ryuko. I would agree with that, you know. She doesn't get as much, and she's also pretty cool. She's a cool character. They're both cool, though. In fact, I don't even have a Satsuki. Satsuki. Let's see. Nendo's on sale. I don't know. It depends, though. Figma went up. Old Nendo went up. These two are so expensive. I can look at that. I'm sure I won't get banned. I guess there's one page. The one from Good Smile Company with the different art style. I know that one went up in price, too. And there was the pop-up parade. I don't know what that goes for these days. What a wild idea. Amakuni just make them naked. To be fair, though, they're mostly naked throughout the whole show, but it's just a sauna figure, you know? Or like a hot spring figure. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But yeah, that's like, what, 32,000 yen each, roughly? That's a lot. How did we not get a Nonon? That's crazy. I would have bought that. Anybody remember a couple of years ago when there was an anime expo and Trigger was there and they put out a desk mat and it was just Nonon? It was just all Nonon. And I missed that, and it became so rare. It pisses me off. Because I wanted to buy that, and I just like wasn't around at the time. It was available online, but it was like limited quantities. And yeah, just, you know, it's one of those things. Like, clearly people like this stuff, but they don't want to make anybody besides the main girls. We're lucky we get Mako, but Mako is very popular. Oh, I'm sure it's a great figure. That's Alter 2, right? I saw that in Japan many times, and he was this exact price. Or maybe like 48. It's just, it's too much for me. Because I don't know. I don't know the guy. I definitely have a bias towards, like, you know, women figures, right? Like female figures. I like guy figures too. You know, I bought both the Kiryu and Majima recently, which I gotta show on the channel at some point. Kiryu's right behind me. I got bored one night, just opened him. But I also was planning to make a video, and then I had to scrap it, so I gotta do it again. That's the main reason he's open right now. But yeah, I mean, most people are not gonna spend this much money just because a guy looks pretty to them, you know what I mean? Usually when it's this much, it has to be special, right? But maybe that's just me. Right now, I have to spend 40,000 for freaking Toho figures because they're all crazy in their pricing. I think they actually did sell out though. The Marissa one. I think that's actually like not available anymore. Let me find it. Why is it so hard? Okay. Yeah, there you go. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but to me, it's worth it. To me, this is worth it. But, you know, like I just feel like stuff like this doesn't come along very often. This looks like a garage kit. It does not look like a mass manufactured scale figure for retail. It just doesn't. This kind of art style, this amount of like detail in the outfit, the base, the colors, the shading, the hair, like it looks unreal. For like something you could just go to a store and buy, it looks unreal to me. So, but yeah, nobody's gonna want to spend this much unless they're actually into Toho. But nowadays Toho doesn't really, you don't have to play Toho to be into it. You just like the characters. So maybe I'm wrong. Some things it's not like that. It is. It definitely is. Really wish they were 1/7 scales, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't really mind. Because I think it's worth it. And whenever they put up Reimu, that's another 40,000 probably that I'm going to have to spend. And then they're going to do Yukari, I believe. There's like 4 more that they announced recently. But, you know. I don't think Altered really made anything I'm, like, pining over lately. I don't think so. Like, what's their recent stuff? This? Yeah, I guess not. They're all nice figures. They're just not really for me. I do like this one of Sei Shonagon. I don't want to buy it for 30,000 yen, though. She looked cool. I like the idea. I think Q's was making the same thing and they just never put it out or something. The Remelia one? Yeah, I like the Remelia one the most at the moment, and I think that one still looks better than the Sakuya that's coming out. But I could see Reimu clearing. I could see Reimu being better. It depends on, like, the colors, in my opinion. Waiting to see if Alter Toki bins. Yeah, that one's, like, coming out really soon, right? I guess she's sold out here. Toki seems popular, and I think that figure was also pretty popular. But they always make more, like, in stock when the figure actually comes out. I've just not seen it. Like, usually you can find it, but I don't know. I guess that figure did go up for pre-order a while ago. This one got so cheap. I remember almost buying this when I was, like, more into Idolmaster figures, and now it's 14,000. Like, goddamn. That's, like, almost half off. That's nuts. Granted, this is the B, and A is a little bit, you know, closer to retail, but that's a lot. That's a big discount. Oh shit, this one dropped in price? This girl's great. I don't know her. I don't follow Cinderella girls like that, but I always really, really like this figure. I gotta stay away from Idolmaster because, I don't know, it's too much. But for being like black and silver paint only, this is kind of incredible. And she's got a good expression too. Just, I don't know, all around a really nice one, but try and limit myself. If that went more down in price, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Damn, this is 30,000 here. Jungle was trying to rip me off. This was like 45 in Jungle. That's crazy. B? B is opened and there might be like a blemish. I don't know. It's vague for sure. They do write it down somewhere. Like, yeah, A is sealed. A- is not sealed, but like maybe the blister is. So like the cardboard isn't. But the blister should be. B plus is like they notice nothing wrong with it, but it's all fully opened. And then B is like, yeah, there might be a thing that's wrong with it. Though I do feel like lately the B has been a little bit looser in terms of what could be wrong with the figure. Back in the day, B was basically perfect, but nowadays I think there's just too much of it. More people like trade in their stuff or sell to AmiAmi, and then they just end up with more, you know, figures with some issues. C is usually when you stay away, and I feel like J doesn't even exist. Has anybody seen a J? I don't, like, I've been collecting for 15 years almost, and I don't think I've seen them list something as J. But, I don't know. I think we're gonna see Yuna. Probably Yuna and Tidus at Smile Fest in like 2 weeks. I gotta make a video for that. Have I bought a C? I don't think so. I try to stay away from C because I'm a little picky with my condition. Unless it was like a bargain, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I would say, honestly, any of these are safe. But C, like, with C, they'll tell you. They actually point out what is wrong with it when it's a C. But B and up, they don't. And usually you're good. Unless you are, like, looking at it with a magnifying glass, trying to find the problems, B should be okay. It's weird how AmiAmi lists figures as B, but they include a red text. That's true. They do that lately. If there's something actually wrong with it, which, again, makes me feel like they're being a little bit looser with the listings and the classifications. I'm trying to find one with, like, a C. I'm just kind of struggling to do so. I think one, it's got a Little Lude, Bomber Girl Pine. I remember looking at this one the other day. But it might be sold out at this point. I remember looking at her, and there was like a B, and it was like missing something, but I guess they don't have it anymore. Oh well. Oh well. But, yeah, I mean, hopefully whatever you want is in good enough condition. It's AmiAmi, they're trustworthy. If it's missing something, they'll let you know. If it has a scuff on it, maybe not, but it's usually fine. C with a broken foot peg is often easily fixable. I gotta, like, learn how to fix stuff, because I actually don't know. Like, if I saw one with a broken peg, I'd probably stay away, but I don't know enough about, like, fixing figures. I'm a bit of a noob in that regard. Damn, she went up in price? That's crazy. I actually sold this. I think I gave somebody a pretty good deal, but I'm surprised she's like 19,000 yen right now. Like, that was a bargain figure. YouTube is your friend? I bet. Yeah, I mean, there's guys for everything on the internet, right? This song's funky. The hardest part of fixing a broken peg is retrieving the part that got stuck in the figure base. Aren't you supposed to, like if it's a peg and a foot or something, you're supposed to, like, put a drill, like a really tiny drill, and, like, wiggle it out or something. You can drill into it, and then you can pull it out or something. What was the last pre-order you canceled? That's a good question. I would have to go into my Good Smile site. I'm kind of remembering, or not remembering what it was, because I haven't canceled anything on AmiAmi recently. Oh, actually, because I've been thinking of buying other things, I had the Sekiro Figma on pre-order, just because it was available on, like, Big Bad Toy Store. But I decided to cancel that because I was buying some other things, and I kind of want to buy the Raging Wolf, who is way too much money. Let's see if he's here. Nope. Okay, hold on. If I type in Elden Ring, he should show up. Where is he? Hold on. I showed this last week. He's like $500. It's so stupid. How come I can't find this guy? Like, where is he? Pre-painted. Am I in the wrong set? Oh, no, it's here. Okay, yeah. This guy is 76,000 yen. But, I didn't cancel that for the sake of this. It was just like, yeah, expensive month. Gotta buy the Priestess Shibuna and the other figure I pre-ordered, which I didn't mention yet. Or I didn't pre-order it. I just bought it to combine it, and then the shipping didn't end up cheaper like they said it would be when I asked them. So I kind of got a little fleeced in that regard. But I have been selling some other stuff. and I might buy this as a result. I'm building funds, because I know I'm not going to be able to get all this Elden Ring stuff, but I do want something at least, like a nice big scale figure from it. I know I won't be able to get Radon, because Radon's going to be like, legitimately Radon's going to be like $3,000 or something. Or like, yeah, he's probably going to be 3,000 because he's so freaking big. If I can find him, I'll show you. Yeah, it's this one. Let's get him next to somebody else. He's not in this photo. That's like his real size, though, the banner in the back. Okay, yeah. So this is a 1/6 scale. Just by the way, the girl here in the armor, Needle Knight, Leda, I think that's her name. Yeah, this is a 1/6 scale. Don't even know what scale this is supposed to be. But yeah, I mean, when this, or the Raging Wolf, which is the same size, costs 76,000 yen, and this guy, he has a horse under him, by the way, is 3 times the size, yeah, he has to cost like $2,000. You know what I mean? At least. So I don't think that's going to be in the cards. And I don't like this Needle Knight figure. She's cool as shit, but the pose sucks, in my opinion. I think it's a real squandering of the character. They could have given her such a better pose, but there's like official art where she's like holding the sword in front of her, and they didn't want to do that. I don't know why. That would have been perfect. She does have her helmet off, maybe that's why, but I think they could have adapted it with the helmet on. But I think the hair flowing was a big part of why that art looks so good. But yeah, I mean, if I were to buy any, right, I think Ronnie would be a good choice, but this figure is like 5 years old at this point. No, 3. Okay, it got added 3 years ago. It'll be 4 this year. They're just taking way too long for it. Milena, where is she? Milena's getting one. Who is just like the girl who helps you out in the beginning of the game. I mean, she's with you for most of it. I feel like that's not a super interesting character that I would want on a shelf at the very least. And yeah, it's kind of it as far as like the scales go. So to me, it just makes sense to get the Raging Wolf, because I think his armor is sick. I think the figure looks really good, but it'll cost me like $500 or so to get this. It's like, man, that's a lot of money. So I've been selling some stuff I don't really care about. Maybe that'll go towards this, maybe not. We'll see. Thank you, Hank. Appreciate it. I want the Elaine so much, but yeah, I don't know about Melina. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe. Bloodborne stuff, definitely. Genichiro from Sekiro, I kind of want as well. It's so hard to keep up with this company. They ask way too much, and they give you like 4 months to pre-order because then the figure comes out so soon. Like, how's this coming out in September? That's crazy, in my opinion. This just went up, by the way. Very few showing of Elden Ring. They're actually making... what is his name? The Wilder, John Nightrain, as we call him, who is right here. He's cool, but do I need a figure of him? Like for another $500? I probably not, but he is the GOAT. I mean, he's fun as fuck to play. Like, I'm telling you. I really like that game. I feel like either you love it or you hate it, and I'm just in that love it category. Some of the most fun I've had with Elden Ring was this game, just playing with friends. You need a Liger Zero kit. I gotta get into model kits, like, again, in general. I haven't built a kit in a long time. Honestly, I could use it because I've been dealing with some, like, I'll say anxiety issues. Just needing, like, something to get my mind off of it. It used to be so good back in the day, just buying Gunpla and building them. Very relaxing hobby. But I have not done that in years, so... maybe it's time. I know I still have my nippers. I know I still have my, like, X-Acto knife. And some sand... actually, I don't know if I have the sandpaper anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's another one of those things, like Mega Man I talked about earlier, where I know I can't get everything from Software's catalog. So I'm not going to try to. So if I had to skip something, I think Night Rain makes sense. But... I don't know, I feel like not having at least one nice scale from Elden Ring feels wrong. I feel like I need to have at least one. So maybe, I don't know. They don't make like the important characters though, you know? They just make the Raging Wolf, which I like him, but you could play the whole game and miss him, so he's not like that relevant. But either way, like, I guess it's not like Dark Souls where like all the characters are so much more iconic. He was so expensive. I can't believe I spent so much money on this guy. He's great. I like him a lot, but he should not have been 90,000 yen. The Ronnie plush. I like the bootleg Ronnie plush that looks like a Fumo. I don't have it, but I do like it. They should make the Pee Pee Poo Poo Man from Elden Ring. The Dung Eater. I think he's going to be in the movie. Going to Japan in a month. I'm going to find as much high-end Mika figures as I can because shipping them here costs an arm and a leg. Have many suitcases because those boxes are big. But good luck. I hope you find exactly what you're looking for. How long have we been streaming? Let me check. An hour? Okay. Actually, this is a good time. Let's take a break. Not from the stream, but let's take a break from this stuff. I'm going to unbox a thing, right? And the reason I put this in the title and the reason I'm making a big deal of it, just this, not a big figure or anything, but I wanted to try something today, and you're going to need to give me a second to set this up. So we're going to go here. So this, hold on. This is plugged in right now. This is the camera I used to stream, vlog in Japan, the Osmo Pocket 3. And I learned that you could use this as a webcam. And it's pretty good, but I don't want to use it for like my main webcam because it's, you know, I don't want to break it. I don't want to make it run out of its life. It's gonna, you know, lose its worth. It's gonna run out of whatever and just die eventually on me, so. Instead, I would use it sparingly as a webcam. I think that sounds kind of cool. And because it's like a gimbal and it has this like little button I can press to move it around and stuff, I think it would improve my streams if I did stuff like this. So let me go over here. I gotta deactivate it and activate it again. It's really choppy at the moment. Hold on. I'm looking at it. You can't see it right now, but all right, I think we're good. So I put it on. There's my hands, right? Oop, oop, oop. It's not gonna line up exactly with the colors, but, and the other thing is I don't have like an optimal way to do this because the USB cord is very short, and I can only go so far with it right now until I like buy something else. So let's try that. How much was that? The camera? How much was this camera? It's like a $500 to $700 thing, which is honestly a great deal. I think I got the bundle, which came with a bunch of stuff, which made it like 700 and change. I think I'd have to check it out, or check it out. Thank you. The Poon Poon shirts. Very pretty. Anyway, all right, so we got my camera here, webcam with my face, and the box here, right? And the quality is honestly pretty good. Here's a figure I never showed on my videos, I guess. So you can see, right? Like, it looks pretty good. Hopefully the lighting's not blowing this out. I think we're pretty good here. That's Machu from Gundam Quacks, right? It's on like an autofocus thing, so sorry if it's not like perfect. But, you know, if this was more serious, I would just lock it down to one, I guess, focus point. Here's another Machu. It makes my, like, hands look more decrepit. I think it's just too detailed, the camera. I want to, like, lower the sharpness on it, but I don't know how. Either way, I think it looks pretty good. So I figured I got this little space. I can't move my camera that much. Let me just unbox a Figma very quickly, which I've been meaning to do for a while now. Just haven't had the time to open anything. I have to pay attention to, like, what I'm actually showing on the camera, though. Make sure I don't, like, pull it away or go off camera and stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't pre-order this. I bought this off Kappa Hobby when I saw it was in stock. I don't know if that's too loud either. And yeah, it's the fucking Samus Other M one. Now, Other M's a terrible game, but I wanted this Figma. The light's kind of ruining it, but you could see it. You can see it in there. Honestly, the camera's really nice for a webcam. I should upgrade my normal webcam, but I don't know what to buy outside of an actual camera. but sheesh, dang, crispy. But yeah, I mean, honestly, out of the 3 Figma of Samus, this is the like my least favorite design of her. But it does have the actual like effect piece where she's shooting out of her arm cannon, which is the only Figma that had that. So I think it's worth it for that alone. But yeah, this used to be legitimately like 3,300 yen. And then they re-released it for like 9,000. I was like, what is their fucking problem? Like, actually, what is their problem? But yeah, the Prime 3 one's better. The Dread one's better. Honestly, the Dread one's insane. I love the Dread one. I like the Prime 3 one almost as much, but the Dread design is just impeccable, in my opinion. Should I open this from the bottom? I've been doing that lately. It kind of makes it easier to, I don't know, just store them for some reason. They need to re-release the Dread one. Is it expensive now? But I agree. They should. I bet Emmy's expensive. Which you can actually see, like, the box for Emmy right there. Now, they also did re-release Zero Suit Samus. I'm not a big Zero Suit guy. Like, I kind of want it. But for another $90, do I really? I don't know. That is so clean, though. God damn. Samus is just the coolest character. I don't care who you are. You gotta agree. Samus is peak. But, yeah, it feels nice. I had never had the original Figma of this, so I don't know, like, how it compares. This is very, like, reflective and shiny and glossy. A little bit of metallic paint to it as well, right? See, I gotta... I don't know where I'm supposed to hold my hands when I'm, like, playing with it. My bad. But I guess I should just put it on the base. Make it a little easier for us. With Prime 3, you could do superhero landing pose. Oh, with this one, it's impossible. Really? Don't you hate it when they put accessories? I hate it when they do this. I gotta, like, rip open the baggies just for, like, hands. One slot for one hand. Like, give me a break. It's just not fun. Like, just give me a slot for them, bro. Also, my hands feel disgusting. Like, there's, like, a gross film over this stuff. The Chogokin figure looks really cool, but it's like $200, $300, so I didn't pre-order it. We'll see. We'll see. I wish they made it the red suit or whatever. I haven't played Prime 4 yet. I actually, secret, I haven't played any Prime game besides the first one, and I didn't even beat it. I'm really into the 2D ones, but I don't know, the 3D ones, they don't compel me as much for some reason. But I do want to fix that and get into it more at some point. I will do that, but... yeah, I like the red suit from Prime, and then they just made the orange suit, but with the purple visor. I don't know, it's just a little boring, in my opinion. Yeah, everything's so... it just feels gross. I don't know why it feels gross to touch this right now. What's up, Ducks? I stopped collecting due to how expensive it got with the tariffs, but I still love watching your videos. Thank you, and I do relate. I don't buy as much as I used to, but hopefully that nonsense ends sooner rather than later. We've been saying that, but... I guess we'll know more in, like, July, because I think they have to make another decision related to it. Okay, I gotta hold it here. My bad. I mean, if I move the camera, I'm sure I can get this a little bit more naturally set up. But, yeah, I mean, my first impression is this is nicer than I thought it would be. Just, I don't know, based off of how old this is. I don't know if they're using, like, new paint techniques or whatever, or if this is a new mold. I don't think it is. I think it's just the same one they used to have, but... pretty nice. Definitely nicer than I thought it would be. Prime 4, in my opinion, is worse than the other M. That's crazy. I don't know if I could see that happening, but I guess we'll see. I'm going to try and set it up with this. I remember you talking about this Metroid. Though it was a scale. Yeah, I don't know if I talked about this one. I usually do point out the Samus stuff if I see it, and when I was making those videos, but yeah, I don't know if I did mention this one. Either way, how do you put this in? Does it just go... does this come out? Oh, okay. This piece comes out. Kind of just winging it. Bow, 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 bow. That shit cool, bro. That shit cool. It is funny they all have to come with the morph ball. It's like, I don't know, do we need a morph ball with every single Figma of Samus? I guess, but this is so similar to the Prime 3 one. They probably could have skipped it. I guess it makes for a fun accessory, but it doesn't make sense to use it at the same time as regular Samus. What's for dinner? I don't know. I got some leftover chicken nuggets in the fridge from like Wendy's because I didn't finish them the other day. If you only buy one figure, true. But who could only buy one Samus? What's the pose? Whoop, almost dropped it. What's the pose they want me to do here for like the shoot? That? They want me to do... Wait, you can't. I gotta fold it up. That in the middle? I don't know if I could set that up and make it look good right now, but... I wasn't expecting to tinker with this too much. Definitely doesn't have like a wide spread. That's as far as it goes with the legs. But the rotation's pretty good. Knee bend's alright, you know, not too bad. Definitely feels a little bit more limited than the Dread Figma. What's up, Sim? How you doing? I cannot get used to holding it like this. This is so, like, awkward right now. I'm trying. What's up, Pratt? What a Sunday treat. Always nice hearing your voice. Did you dye your hair? No. No, I've never dyed my hair. But if I'm looking better, I appreciate it. If I'm looking worse, that sucks. But why don't they do this? Why don't we get this anymore? Is that not cool? I think it's cool. But I gotta, like, rip out the hands, too, right? I don't know which one I would want. I do like me a thumbs up Samus, but that's a boring pose. Yeah, I mean, granted, this came out, what, 2013? Something like that? This is old. This is an old-ass figure. Hold on, I'm gonna take it off the base for a sec. I want to see what... I want to try and copy this. So it's like... I gotta make it a really stupid pose right now. Bend the leg up. Over here. Then you tilt the head a little bit. Gotta position the arm. Looks more extended. But then, like, swiveled up a little bit. I don't know, it's hard. on the fly, it's a little hard. Yo, but it's today? That's crazy. Why does the effect part look slimy? I mean, it's not slimy, it's just clear. I don't know. I think it looks good. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. This is such like a... You gotta have it like such a weird angle. Then I guess you turn it in or something. Okay, that's kinda, but I can't really see what I'm doing. Because I'm like working against the camera right now. I don't know. This was mostly just a test to see if this actually like looked good. You know what I mean? And I think it do. I think it do. She shoot. Looks like droplets. It does look like droplets. It's just like plasma though. You know? I don't think I have anything other than this that's like small that I can unbox though. It might just be like the warm lighting. You can tell like this camera, this one, it's a little more cool. That's why my skin looks more pale and like red. My hands look so red on this camera. I hate it. But that's the white boy problem. Anyway, yeah, it's whatever. I'm too dumb for this right now. But I am impressed. I think this looks pretty dang good. I do like this quite a bit. But it really does just come down to like how good you are with the posing. Otherwise, it doesn't really come with that much. But would I say this is not worth the $80, $90? I think it was actually $90. I think they're out of their minds charging that much personally, but it could have been worse. I'll have to mess around with this a little bit more off camera, but you know, I guess nothing's stopping me from showing something on the stream and then showing it in a video if I really want to. So, you know what? Since I didn't really do too much with this, I'm gonna grab something else. And I'll show you what that is too. And I'll take it out of the box. I was very excited when I learned that this other thing even existed. This was something that I, like, had to buy. As soon as I saw, I'm like, holy shit. They made a figure of this? It's rare for me to see something like that and just buy it right away. It's an old character. Maybe predating some of you guys in terms of age. Like, genuinely, it's a Sega Genesis game. But I was like, wow. That's fan service for me, bro. Because, you know, nowadays it's a lot of, like, new anime, gacha games, an RPG, stuff like that. But it's not a Japanese company, so, you know. Other companies do all these cool things, too. It's not just Japan and China. I bet it's a Chinese company, though. Or I bet, like, stuff is manufactured in, China for this company. Because most stuff is. Rice Star? I wish, bro. Close, though. Close. Rice Star is a banger. Ugh. I should replay that. It's been a long time. Okay, this way, this way. Oh. Okay, you can look at that. I'll be right back. Ugh. I got it. Might have to readjust the camera. Maybe push it back a little bit. Raise it up slightly. All right. So, this is motherfucking Rocket Knight. They made a figure for Rocket Knight. Now, if you don't know Rocket Knight, this is like the best Sega Genesis game ever. This is so cool. And it's made by Premium DNA. I don't know a lot about them. They made like Earthworm Jim stuff. I know they made a Banjo-Kazooie figure. None of which I bought. Don't really care. But Rocket Knight, kind of special. Rocket Knight, genuinely, if you like retro games and you've never played Rocket Knight, you should play Rocket Knight. There's a couple of them. I suggest the first one on the Sega Genesis. It's just so good. It's like a perfect game for retro fans, in my opinion. The one on the Super Nintendo is good as well. And the sequel on the Genesis, I think, sucks ass. So I would not play it. But if you really like it, Premium DNA sucks. It is what it is, bro. You're not going to kill my high here. But, yeah, I don't know. I have heard some, like, shitty things about them. So, I don't know. I bought this directly from them and I got it. So, I don't know. They stole money with their first company and came out with Premium DNA. That's interesting. Well, thankfully, I'm not sponsored by them, so I don't have to fucking worry about it. But yeah, it's just one of those things where you see a company make something that nobody else is making, and it's like, oh, cool. I want that. You know, a lot of these companies, you know, some of them are definitely better than others in terms of how they run their business and whatnot, but oh, I did not read up on it. I just heard some things, but you know, I'm not gonna be buying all their crap after this, so it's okay. So we got the little guy himself. I think he's a possum, right? Mean mugging. Now the funny thing about this guy is you kind of have to pose him like this. He always has to be standing this way because the way his face works doesn't really look good otherwise. He's a side view character. Now the way I want to display him, it comes with 3 extra faceplates. No, I get you. I get you. I like the happy one. I like him being cute. I think that's the way to go. He has a couple extra, a little hard to get out. Hold on, let me put this guy down for a sec. Got a little smile. Whoop, little smile. Let it. Not bad, not bad. And I think one where he's... Well, I guess the other one where he was mad. What's this one? For some reason, the blister's really, like, hard to get anything out. And more of a cheeky smirk. I don't really care for that one too much. But I guess it puts the mouth on the other side if you need it. I will say, you know... Oh my god, these pieces are so hard to get out. Like, I don't want to break it. Oh boy, okay. Legitimately, whatever you want to say about this company, this sword is so nicely painted. Look at that, like, cell shading effect they gave it. Is that not good? Like, I think that's pretty cool. And they give you two, because one's, like, curved for when he's, like, attacking. I don't think they needed to do that, but they did. He has, like, an extra tail for, like, when he's hanging off of trees and shit. I don't know how that would work on this figure. But the question is, how do I, like, swap the face? I actually have no idea how to do this. 'Cause I don't think there's instructions. Yeah, there's no instructions. I know you could take off the jet pieces, I believe. Do I want to? Not really, but I guess I'm just doing this for the sake of showing you. Take them off if you don't want them, like, propelling in the air. But it looks cool. So, yeah, I mean, this was about $65. And he comes with a lot of stuff. I think he's a good size. A little bigger than, like, a Nendoroid, right? Little bit of quality control, like, issues. I don't know if you could see, like, the black paint on, like, the... like, upper thigh right there. Like, why is that scuff there? I don't know, but... yeah, he's cool. It's just one of those things where it's like I said earlier, they don't make stuff like this often, so... I seriously don't know how to, like, change his gear. I don't know, does his head come off? Like, why would they not give me instructions for this, you know? I don't get it. Looks better than the Contra ones. His articulation's okay. I mean, he's a stubby guy. I'm not expecting him to, like, move too much, but it does look and feel pretty limited. But I think for me, this would be like a get him in one pose and leave him there forever, you know? So the problem is that he's got, like, his goggles on. I don't know how they come off. Unless I'm just supposed to, like, pull him over his ears. Oh, I guess I am? I feel like I'm gonna break it if I do that. Oh, you can also put him over his... I forgot you could, like, put him on his eyes as well, which is pretty fun. They, like, slot in. Like, bump. Like that. I just can't get the goggles off. I don't know. The head comes off a little bit. I do feel like I'm gonna break something. I don't know. Do I want to mess with this? Like, if the head wanted to come off, I feel like it would have came off easier. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what it feels like. The plastic for the goggles is stretchy. Hold on. I wasn't expecting to fuck around with this so much and not be able to swap it. Maybe I could just pull them out. Oh shit, I could just... Okay. Now we're good. We're good. I'm dumb. But how would you get the goggles off to put these on? I guess you just gotta rip them off. Okay, but now I'm having a problem getting it in and clipping it in. Oh, that looks good. Now he's happy. Hell yeah. His whiskers are very, like, bendy and, like, malleable. I don't like that. I feel like I can very easily get them out of place or break them. Dual wields? Maybe. He's not a dual wielder, though. How would I get this in his hand? I don't know, actually. Hold on. I feel like there's like shit in this box. Not to be crude, but there's just like weird flakes and stuff in the box. I don't know. Maybe McCall is right. Maybe this shit sucks, but we learn through experience. You know what I mean? I can't even get this back in. Oh yeah. Okay, that should be good. Which hand is the grip the sword hand? That's the question. I think it might just be the default. But if the sword doesn't like how would I get this in his hand? It doesn't look like there's a spot that I can pull off. No, I don't think so. How old is this figure? Like, this year or last year? It's really not old. Okay, he kind of holds it with this one. I guess? I don't know. That works. Whoop. It's just like, it's like paint is chipping off or something. Knocking points off, bro. I don't know. I don't know about this. Get your pose and never touch it again. Okay. Things have become slightly looser as I've messed with this guy. Hold on, I gotta like twist his arm so I can actually bend it. Guys, I'm starting to think this toy sucks. Unless he can't bend his elbow, but like, why would he not be able to bend his elbow? That makes no sense. Ugh. Did you see the Ame-chan pup was reissued? Yeah, they made the anime version, right? He's definitely bending his hands. Also, I totally swapped the wrong hand. Fuck. Yeah, he is a righty. My bad. Like, yeah, for some reason, I just cannot bend his arm. I don't know if it's this blue piece getting in the way, but like I can rotate it, but I can't bend it. It's like, why? Do I like the changes? I was indifferent, I guess. Okay, get that out. Taking that out too. What is going on here? Dude, I feel so stupid. It's like I could see the joint there, but it just like doesn't bend. It's like, what the fuck? I was not warned. Oh, okay, I bent it one. Okay, that is the tightest joint ever. And you can see, like, you just see shit on my hand. This actually sucks. What the fuck? I'm actually mad. You should not get like crap all over your hands just like swapping out accessories. Air dryer? Yeah. I'm like sweating from doing this. My room's getting hot. Yeah, it's like flaky. Come on. Get out. Get out. Oh my god. Will not come out. It's not a good toy. Not a good toy. You're losing me. Premium, you're losing me. Well, I'm gonna do it down here. Okay. Okay. So put this back on this way. Goggles falling. Was this the default hands? Hold on. Okay, this arm bends better. This one. So that's good. So that's good. Yeah, this is kind of a shitty toy. It looks good, but as a toy, I'd say I'm a little disappointed with it. Hold on. My hands are all itchy. Okay, we need this one. Thank God it was only 65. But still, that's a lot. It's not going in. I need like a desk mat, which I bought like 3 on my trip, but I need one down here so I could like place stuff on it without scratching the paint further. Okay. Dude, those figures look like ass, but that's exactly what I would expect from them, personally. The backpack also wiggles around a little bit. I feel like this is gonna break momentarily. Okay, let's just get the sword in there. I don't know. I feel like I'm not doing it right, but like I guess he's holding it. I feel like that's not correct. You know, he doesn't have like a strong grip. Like I feel like he should. Oh, this is definitely not the hand. Okay. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, so it has to be the one he had as defaults. But how does he put that in? You know what? I don't care. I don't care. We fumbled with this enough. I don't care. Let's get back to our normal programming. I mean, as far as like a sculpt goes, pretty good. Got to figure out that sword at some point. I like how he looks. I don't like how there's paint all over my hands, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Thankfully, this wasn't a $200 premium product, but yeah, I definitely could have done a little bit better in terms of the assembly and swapping pieces. I don't know what this hand is, the sword hand is for if it's not the sword. Like, if it's an open fist, it's the only one that really holds it properly. It was like blue. Like, what? This shit just coming off my hand, or off the figure. Really disappointing in that regard. I made a review on it. I'd probably just shit on this the whole time, but I guess I won't do that. Yeah. But I'm not done with it for now. I'll put him over there. We'll mess with this later. I'll mess with it on my own time. But yeah, what a shit show. Okay, we're good. But hey, we tested out our camera. Looks good, right? I wish the colors were a little bit more matched with the webcam. I feel like they're not, but I don't know if I could even change that, honestly. This might be specific, but did you see the Oscar Prize bases on Garage Kit? Wait. Did you see the Oscar Prize bases on Garage Kit, which was announced not long ago? The one with cap and jacket. I don't think I did see that, actually. Okay, we're done here. We're done here. I'm gonna turn that off, and we're gonna go back here. Successful. Let's have something else to show. Do I have anything else to show? Not really. Well, I don't think so. I guess if you want me to grab something real quick, I could I could hold it up to the little camera. I could hold it up here before I put it away, because I don't want to leave this on the whole time. But yeah, I already showed Machu here. Nice. This is why I like non-posable figures. I don't have to mess with it much, if at all. And they look good. But yeah, that'll do that. W Machu, I agree. This one's also funny. It's got a lot of head tilt action to this. I kind of just stopped making her figures, though. There's like a lot of prize figures, but I didn't really like them that much. Bump, bump. Lookup's worth it. What was this? This was like 4,000 yen. I mean, I would say a little cheaper. They'd be worth it. If you see one you really like, then sure. I mean, there's no like accessories at all with this thing. Let me go back. I guess we're continuing to use this. There's no accessories, obviously. It's very light. It's like surprisingly light for how big this head is. It's nicely painted. It's clean. Has nice gradation on the hair. You can see that. I like how flat the green is on her hair too. It matches the art style. They did a good job with it for sure. But I would have expected maybe a little bit more. So there's her like normal hair. It looks funny in like this figure because she like dyes her hair and you can see like remnants of her original hair down there. But it looks so weird in figure form. HoloLive Hoshomarin, the new one behind you in the chair. Yeah, I don't know if I want to lift that, but yeah, that's behind me. I need to make a video on that. I need to get around to it at some point. I don't know if I want to grab it. It's big. It's big. Maybe. I'll think about it. Did you link what you were talking about, Ants? Is my I don't see it in the chat. I don't know if you did. I don't know if you can link stuff in my chat. I actually have no, you can, right? Because I feel like people were linking. No, maybe they weren't. I don't know. Let me know. I didn't see a link if you linked it. That might be a setting that I have to fix on my side, but I don't know how to do that. I never know, because on my comments, I think I don't disable links. Maybe from like suspicious people, but I'd have to double check that. I do want to unbox some stuff. My problem is I don't know what to title the videos, and that's not a meme. So, like, I'm not a big enough channel where I could just show you something and everybody's gonna come to it. I feel like I have to try and, like, metagame it, and I hate that. But, like for the Good Smile and Max Factory stuff I need to get to, I just don't know what to title the videos. I know what to title something else, but I feel like I'm being obnoxious by, like, only talking about Japan recently. I have something related to the Japan trip in terms of an unboxing. But part of me does not want to make that video until I make something else that's not, like, related to that trip. I don't know. I just feel like I'm being annoying. It's like, Japan. I only made, like, 4 videos or 5, but still, you know. I think it's 5. Just don't want to be that guy. Japan's the best, Sugoi. You know, I don't want to do that. But, yeah. Well, I got, like, people got, like, a hiccup burp thing today. Excuse me. I feel like anime figure content creators are few and far between. Yeah, because the hobby is dead. The hobby's too freaking expensive for a lot of people. And I don't blame them, right? I think it's also a hobby that's almost impossible to just continue forever. As much as we want to just collect and collect and collect. It's just not really feasible. You hit the wall, right? Like, there's too much, like, in your room. You can't keep collecting unless you downsize, and you can downsize, but eventually you're gonna have to downsize stuff you genuinely love if you want to keep collecting, right? Your interest shifts, but you know, they're only gonna shift so much, and you got your nostalgia you want to keep pandering to. You know, it's a problem, right? It's a problem. I try to, you know, make videos that are entertaining to some degree. I don't think I'm the best at it, but it's a bummer, right? Like, I don't want to call anybody out because everybody leaves for different reasons, but we've seen plenty of my peers, I'll call them my peers, like channels in this sphere of scale figures that no longer make them. I like to call out Derek because I actually, like, talked to him and was friends with him. He's just doing Pokemon stuff now, you know what I mean? But it's hard. It's hard to grow in this industry. I don't want to call it an industry, but on this, like, part of YouTube. This hobby, it's hard to grow in terms of videos, right? You know, someone like Ken, he's been at it for so long, right? And he deserves all his viewership. Like, he makes really easy to, like, just digest videos, right? Like, they're not super analytical or nerdy or fucking like, oh, I'm gonna talk about the pre-orders for an hour. You know, they're more approachable. Anybody can get into them. He's got the quality of, like, the gods. He's, like, his camera setup and lighting is insane, so it's just, like, also very pleasant to the eyes. He collects, like, popular stuff, so it's just more shareable with a lot of people. He's got a good formula. Like, he knows what he's doing, right? But not everybody can do that. It's hard to get to that point. He's earned it. He's been here for so long, and he's been doing it a lot longer than I have. And I don't think I'd even deserve to be at that high at all. But I'm just saying, like, for most people, it's very difficult to get into a position where he's at. And even then, as far as, like, you know, let's talk about making money and surviving and as a job, that's just, like, near impossible. This is a hobby. On YouTube, it's a hobby. Like, it just can't be. Because the stuff is too expensive and the views aren't there. Like, for me, the most I ever saw was when I fucking went to Japan. because it's more interesting than just opening stuff, right? It's fun. People who are into figures, they obviously like Japan, right? They want to see what's there. They want to explore the stores and stuff, and me giving a little bit of a glimpse just was more interesting than anything I fucking did on this channel for the past 4 years, right? Because news is news and unboxing's unboxings. If I'm not unboxing something you care about, there's less of a chance you'll click on it. But if I'm going to Japan and just looking at the shelves, even if I buy some shit you don't care about, it's just more inherently interesting, you know what I mean? So, yeah, unless you're actually living there, it's pretty hard to, like, build a strong foundation for views. So that's why you see a lot of channels just stop, you know? They have, like, enough stuff already. They don't want to keep spending money on it. The tariffs made it worse. And it honestly, it becomes a little bit stale, right? I'm at a point where I'm trying to be a little bit more creative. I got a video planned, not a long one. I don't know if I'll get it out this week. I want to make it soon. I don't even really want to talk about it, but it's related to gacha figures, which you know, famously, I don't know much about. I know about the figures, I don't know about the games. So I feel like I might get shit for talking about this. But I'm going to make it very clear when I make that video that it has nothing to do with the quality of the games and the gacha and the pull rates and whatever, right? But I want to leave it at that in case I don't do it. But I'm probably going to do it. Yeah, I want to be vague so nobody takes my idea either. In case somebody's watching out there, I feel like I haven't seen anybody talk about this, and I feel like it's a fun enough idea for a quick video. Which gacha games? All of them. That's the problem, though. I don't know which, like, gacha games I have to include in this conversation I'm having. It's a fun video. I think it's a good idea. It's something you would see with, like, video game content, right? But not, like, the video games themselves, just, like, talking about shit. And I think it's important for me to draw inspiration from other, like, hobbies. Because you look around with, like, anime figure content, and it's really just unboxing. Or, like, hey, here's the news, which that's what I did. I just talked about the news. So... and I like doing that. I just felt like I couldn't keep up with it. There's way too many figures now. They're all super freaking expensive, and the views were kind of dwindling, and it was just discouraging. So I was like, let me change this up a little bit. If I was going very hard with this content and I was, like, streaming every week, I would, like, make sure, like, dedicate an hour or two of the stream to just talking about the pre-orders like I used to. But right now, I'm chilling out. I'm relaxing. I'm trying to not, like, you know, overwhelm myself, because it's important for me to not burn myself out as much as I want to make sure everybody who's, you know, stopping by enjoys my content. It's a balance, right? Like, I know I'm not pleasing everybody with what I make, because I'm doing different things than I used to, and there's, like, a core audience that wants me to get back to the pre-order roundups, but it's just, I just can't do it right now. I know I just can't do it. For some reason, Ant, I just don't see it unless you sent it somewhere else. Let me know if you sent it somewhere else, but I just don't see it in the chat for some reason. Zuko LARPs as a gacha gamer. I don't LARP as a gacha gamer, bro. I always say I don't play these fucking games. But I don't gotta play the games to be like, oh, these Nikkei girls are very attractive, and I understand the appeal of the figures. Like, you don't need to, bro. For a lot of people, gacha figures are like OC figures, but... you know, they have the backing of the actual game and just the non-stop banners and pulls and the whatever, you know. Honestly, I feel like most people are just there for the tantalizing imagery that you see on, like, Twitter and stuff and Pixiv. And that's cool. That's why I'm here. That's what I see in them. But for this topic, I don't need to know anything about the games. That's the point of the topic. But I know somebody gonna get on my ass if I say something about something. And it's like, this guy doesn't fucking know anything about these games. It's like, that's kind of the point if you just take a second to understand the video. So, if I make it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's not deep at all. It's related to anime figures. Boom. Okay? There you go. I left my camera on. Oops. Let me turn that off. I guess my goal is to make evergreen content, right? News is not evergreen, unboxings are not evergreen, but, you know, top 5 whatevers is, that's evergreen, you know? Like, I think I made top 5 mistakes people make. I actually want to make another video. I could talk about this one. I don't care if somebody takes this idea. It's not that interesting. And I feel like people have probably done it before, but I want to make a video about like top 5 things I hate about anime figure collecting. Not that I hate the hobby, obviously, but just like things that annoy me. And I have 4 that I really like, and 1 that I'm not sure if I want to talk about, because I don't want to like bring the community into it in terms of like saying I don't like this about what people do in this hobby. Has nothing to do with like LARPing or like, you know, being annoying in comments, but basically, no, you know, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because I feel like I'm the only one who would bring this up in a video, but I just don't know if I want to go there, even though it's not that offensive. It's not that offensive, but I just don't want to be that guy who's like calling people out. And I'm sure some of you do what I'm about to talk, like maybe talk about in the video, but I don't know if I want to swap it for something else. Like, I feel like maybe it'd be better if I swapped in something, but I just don't have anything else that interesting to talk about that's coming to my head. That's almost every online community. No, I agree. How many people are watching the stream? Should I just talk about this? Let me see. I can't see my viewership. I don't know where it is right now. You got to bring the community into it. Let's be real. Yeah, but I don't... You know, I'm not talking about like I don't want to make anybody feel bad. I'm not being like, dude, you're a LARPer piece of shit. I don't care about that. Like, I'm not doing that. Okay, since it's like a basic one, something that I really dislike, and it would be like the first thing I talk about, which is another reason why I didn't want to get into it, because if I'm already starting off by like coming at people, maybe they dislike it right away. It's not Q-Core. It has nothing to do with that. This is very surface level, but I can't stand it when you're on like MFC and someone's like, selling this figure, hit me up. Give me a price. Give me a price right now. I don't want to hit you up. I want to know what it is. I want to know how much you're asking, because you're just wasting all of our time if you're not telling me how much it is and then I disagree with what you spit out. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I'm looking for a deal or like maybe a fair price, but you know, if you're like hitting me with like the aftermarket, like, oh, actually this is $400. It's like, I don't really agree with that price. Now I have to awkwardly be like, oh, I don't really want to buy that from you. Never mind, goodbye. It's just like, save us both the time, you know? It just irks me, even as a seller. It's like, I sell stuff all the time, and I cannot understand why somebody would do that. If I want to move something, I'm going to give it a price so people know, and they don't have to feel like they have to have a conversation with me just to get it out of me. Hello, how you doing? I had that the other day. Actually, I had that multiple times over the past month. One time, I got a crazy deal. It's like, again, why? Why would you not just like tell me that you're selling this for like a banger deal? Like, wouldn't you want people to know you're like offering like a really good value for this? But then somebody else I hit up was selling it for eBay price. And it's like, I don't want to spend eBay price on this thing. The thing I was looking at was like a $2,000 figure, and I was hoping maybe this person was not going to be that guy, and then they were that guy. And it's like, okay, I get it. It's really fucking expensive. It's a grail. But, like, why not just say that, you know? Are you embarrassed about it? I don't, why? You're selling it. You're going to have this conversation. Just, I don't know. Yeah, no, I agree. But I would never be like, hey, I'm gonna spit out my number first. I'll never do that. You give me the number if you're selling it. This is not a bid. Like, is it a feeler post? I don't know. I don't know. Should I hit them up later? Should I not come at them right away? Because sometimes I have the alerts on in the comments so that when somebody does write that out, then I'll know right away. It's like, oh, someone's actually selling this, and it's not like in the ad section, so it doesn't alert me at all. So, I don't know. It just, again, some of the stuff in the video is just clear nitpicks, but I don't want to be like, I hate it when the figures are bad. It's like, obviously, bro. I hate tariffs, obviously, bro. Like, that's not interesting, right? I want to talk about something that people aren't always talking about, if I can. Which figure, I don't want to say, because then you might find the comment. Because this literally happened like a couple of weeks ago. Maybe not even a couple of weeks. This happened literally a week ago. But the other seller that gave me a crazy deal, I bought like 4 things from them. It's just like, wow. Actually, I think it was 3 figures, and they threw in some stuff. And that was just like out of nowhere. It was like, should I talk about? Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna show this on the. I probably won't make a video on some of this stuff, but I bought the Xenogears. Let me look it up. This. I bought this and Ellie, which is this one, which are pretty hard to find right now. It was this individual, actually. I bought it from them. And they were just like, hey, selling this, and Faye hit me up. Don't think he didn't have a price. I know he didn't have a price. I had to ask him for it. And he was selling them for retail, which you can see is actually really cheap. Well, cheap for this, but I was like, wow, this is usually twice as much on Mercari Japan. God forbid you buy it on eBay. Then they're like way, 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 way too much. So I'm like, cool. I'll definitely buy those. I asked for photos. Ellie was like a little damaged, which kind of a bummer because I don't plan to like open these. Faye is already open, but I kind of just wanted them as like nice display pieces because I really like the series. And Square Enix makes the most dog shit figures ever, but nobody makes Xenogears stuff, so I wanted them as collectibles more than just like figures to play with, right? But that was fine. Even with the damaged box, the deal I got was crazy. And then they were like, yeah, I'm selling some other stuff too. And I was like, oh, okay. I looked at their section. I looked at their figures. I'm like, how much is this one? And it was like $100. Like, that's also a crazy figure price. And this was something I saw in Japan. And I even talked about in Japan. And I was like, oh, I should just buy this. I'm not going to find this for cheaper. And it was open, but then I looked at it and the blister wasn't open. So I'm like, wow, this was never even displayed. So I got a crazy deal on that. Not going to talk about that one because I plan to make a video. Like, that's the Japan video I was talking about. Like, I want to make a video about some stuff I saw in Japan that I kind of just had to buy when I got home. That's the premise of it. And this was one of them. But then they just threw in the Xenogears soundtrack for me, which was like, okay, awesome. I didn't ask for that. But it was a nice bonus. And then they just gave me a copy of frickin' Gravity Rush on the PS4. It's like, I think that's like a $60 game. And I was like, okay, thank you. You're so generous. This person was so generous. He did not have to be. I don't even know if they knew me. Sometimes when I buy stuff on this site, people are like, oh, wow, I actually like know your videos. And I always feel a little awkward when that happens because like, I don't want anybody to give me a deal because I'm a YouTuber. No one does. But I'm just saying, like, don't treat me specially just because I make some videos. But I appreciate when they say that because it's like, oh, that's nice of you. Thank you for watching my stuff. But I feel like that happens almost every time. I think it probably did happen with this person as well. But I think they were getting out of the hobby, so I don't blame them. I don't blame it's expensive. But yeah, so that was an instance of the no price actually working out for me. But I just, it's a pet peeve. I just don't like it when I have to like have a conversation about like potentially buying it. I want to buy it, but like you gotta just give me the info. It's a weird thing to do if you're a seller, to not tell me prices. Like, I get it from, like, okay, as a retro video game collector, if I go into a store, all right, a retro video game store, like, I don't know if any of you guys collect retro video games, but occasionally you'll go into a store and there will not be prices on any of the stuff, any of the video games. And the reason they do this is because the market is more volatile and it's constantly shifting. So you'll see it, you'll bring it up to the register, and then they'll just look up the prices in front of you. I will literally never buy from a store that does that. I think that is the shittiest practice. I think it is up to you as the store owner and business to price your stuff. I can slightly understand it more at a con, but if you're going to a con and you bought a table and you have all this time to prepare, price your shit, you know? Like, yeah, we're all here to buy stuff from you, but if you're just trying to get the top dollar from it, or of the item, right in front of me, it just gives me a bad impression of you, bro. Like, you're so unprofessional in that scenario. This is just an individual selling their stuff online. It's a little different, but it carries over the same concept of like, you're not doing this right. I can't stand it. I hate that. I really hate that with retro video games. But I kind of get it because the prices are crazy for video games. Whereas figures, like, it goes up slowly, it goes down slowly. It doesn't like, I don't know why my computer did that. It just rapidly changes more with games than it does figures. But I don't know. Anyway, that was a big rant. Card vendors? Oh, I bet, man. Card prices are probably nuts. At least with like cards, when you trade and stuff, you get like a much better trade-in like price. With video games, it's usually like 50. Like they'll give you half of what it's worth, but a card, you might get like 80%, which is way better. Because the stuff moves so fast. And I feel like that doesn't really happen with like figures, because figures move slow. Figures just don't have that popularity. Or at least like stuff like this, so. Give me the content creator deal? I would never ask that. Unless it's a business. No, like a sponsorship thing is cool. Like that's where, you know, obviously you might get something from that, but I'm not big enough to be that, you know, to get free shit like that. And I would never be the kind of person to like take advantage of my position. I kind of just like just hope it falls into your lap, you know what I mean? Like I just want like Ami to hit me up one day. It's like, yo, we like your content. We're going to send you something, you know? They have done that. They've done that for others. And I am jealous, right? I'm jealous. But I'm not there yet. But the 20K makes my channel look better. Even if that doesn't matter for views, it makes the channel look better. So, what's a figure you saw that's super popular that a lot of people like, but you don't see the appeal? I've talked about this before, but it's literally this one. I don't get this one. I think it's a pretty concept. I don't think this figure, one, looks like Miku at all, which that's, you know, obviously subjective. You might not care that it looks like Miku, but it's such a different art style for me that I don't like it that much. And then I don't think the figure is actually painted that well. It's carried by the concept, which is fine. You don't have to have like a beautiful piece of art every single time you buy a figure, but a lot of this just falls flat to me. I just don't find it as impressive as a lot of other people do. This is always the one that comes to mind when that question comes up. Just because it's like the popular figure for Miku. You could ask for media passes. Yeah, I guess, but I'm not, like, I don't know, man. Not at Anime Expo. I'm not there. I'm not there. JP fans? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that I have been contacted by them. I haven't really, like, worked out anything with them. And part of that was just because I have been, I'll say, under the weather with my health. I don't want to do a sponsorship if I can't commit to it, right? And JP fans, they seem to want to do like a long-term thing, which is cool. I'm not convinced if I did that, though, that people would actually keep clicking on it. From my past experiences working with sponsors, it just feels like when you make the video too blatantly about the sponsor, people don't want to click on it. The only thing I was thinking about maybe doing was using that, because obviously if they were hitting me up and I was doing some like proxy thing, maybe I would like buy figures that were more for the audience than myself. And my first thought was just getting to Nikkei, because people love Nikkei. And honestly, I like the Nikkei characters too. But there's just like not that many things I need for myself right now that would also be interesting for the audience, you know? I really don't buy stuff for you guys. I think that's the right way to collect. But as a channel, it's the wrong way to do business. So, you know, if I see like an opportunity to do that again in the future, maybe I just start buying like Anis figures, or I don't know. Like I'd still probably pick the characters I like more than, you know, the ones that are the most popular. Like, I don't know, Cinderella doesn't really do anything for me, or like Dorothy, maybe. If they made Sora from Nikkei, I'm buying that. Or I'd like use my opportunity in a sponsor to pick that up, especially the like the training wear, whatever you call that skin. That shit crazy. Thank you, Ray. You better buy that Nikkei P1S statue. P1S? Who is that? Okay, well, is there like a better name I could look up for that? I don't know what you're talking about. Buy a bunch of Doro, true. Nah, this isn't a business. Don't buy for your audience. No, I mean, I never do, but I like what I do. I like the hobby. I like the videos. I like all of this, but I think there is a more clear path if you buy things that are more, you know, mainstream in your hobby, right? Like more popular. Oh, Prime 1, my bad. Oh, that one. Yeah. That shit's crazy. My bad. No. No. That's gonna be like $1,200 easily. Maybe probably even more than that. She's gorgeous. I don't know if I love her face. It's a little bit too doll-like, but you know, aren't all the girls like robots or androids or something in Nikkei? Is that how it works? I think I actually like the other one more. It's like the same concept, but I like the face more on the other one. Do you ever buy Prime 1? I have 2. I have yet to open it. Or them. It's the Guts and Griffith Legacy Art. Guts Legacy Arts. I'm not logged in. Yeah, I have they're both the same. I have these 2. I just never got around to opening them. Because they're big and they weigh like 14 pounds each and they won't fit on those shelves, so I don't know where to put them. But yeah, I figured if I was going to have anything from Berserk, this would be the 1 or the 2. It just made the most sense to me. I think they're awesome. The fact that they're 1/6 also helps me immensely. They are big, but they're not 1/4 big. I really wish they'd make more 1/6 stuff, which is why I was so upset when they changed the Kill la Kill 1/6 scale to a 1/4 scale, because now that means I 1 can't afford it and 2 have nowhere to put it. So, you know, is that expensive now? The Rock Miku? I bet it is. Everybody went crazy for that one. That's another one where it's like, well, I got why that was popular and I liked the style of it, but it wasn't for me. So it's a little different from that Mythos Miku. Waiting for the unboxing for a while. Yeah, I've been thinking of just doing it. I will say, I don't even know if I have the room in this little area behind me to like unbox those. They're so big. I almost want to pull it in and show you how big they are, but I'm not gonna do that right now. What's up, Killer Joke? How you doing? Those are cool. Chisato and Takina. That's another like contender for like if I had like a continuous sponsorship where they want to like have me order things, maybe those would be a good idea, because you know the Licorice Recoil is so popular. I like the show. I didn't love it, which is why I didn't like buy figures for it, but those figures are awesome. Definitely something that I would consider. I know Darling in the Franxx 02, I think the Good Smile figure recently came out. Or at least people started paying for it, and that could be another one, but I really don't like Darling. I don't like that show at all. I tried to keep my biases and my opinions out of like the video, like the figure reviews and stuff, especially when I'm like talking about like pre-orders. I don't want to get too opinionated on it, but man, I don't like that show. But the figure was really fucking nice looking, so it could still be something I would check out. You know what's fun? All the Lucky Star stuff we're getting. I only said that because I saw Hank's icon, but we're getting a lot of Lucky Star figures lately. Mostly prize figures, couple Nendos, and surprisingly, might be a surprise to you despite how I've been kicking it for a while with anime. Only recently started watching Lucky Star. I never watched it. I like way back in the day I tried it and I wasn't really into it. But I just got like the hunch or like just the urge to watch it again. And I'm really liking it this time. It's a good time. It's fun. I'm actually watching it with a couple of friends on our anime day. Just like after the new stuff, we just put it on. And yeah, maybe I'll buy a Lucky Star thing in the future. I don't know. But yeah, it's more fun than I remember it being back then. But I remember the first 4 episodes were pretty boring, and then it like kind of picks up from there. And that's where we're at right now. I think we're on like episode 10, maybe? But yeah, like despite how I've been watching anime since like 2009, 8, something like that. I mean, even before then, I was watching like stuff on Toonami, but yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I've just never watched. Another one that's like a sin is Azumanga Daioh. I need to watch that. I just wasn't really like locking into those shows back in the day, but now I'm at the point where it's like, yeah, maybe I'll put that on. Maybe I'll check it out again. Yes, the new Ghost in the Shell looks incredible. I wish I could put that on the stream, but I think I'll get content claimed, so I'm not gonna do that. But that's like gonna be one of the best shows this year. It has to be. It looks incredible. Even just from like the artistic merit of Science Saru, that just has to be watched. Like, if you're even remotely interested in the medium, you should check that show out. It's so faithful. It's just like, it's like a Mob Psycho. It's like a Taco P. It's just like, well, maybe Mob Psycho's a little different because the web manga, you know, it's a little bit more sketchy, right? But, I mean, that was an incredible adaptation. Taco P, incredible adaptation. I feel like Taco P even elevates its manga a little bit. Like, it's better, which you can't always say for every anime, but just, you know, taking this anime from the 90s or 80s, or the manga from the 80s or 90s, and just being so true to its style, and having all these, like, bright, colorful colors that make you feel nostalgic, it's just so good. It's so good. 90% of Azumanga Daioh fans have yet to watch it. Yeah, that's why I don't want to be that. But I don't LARP about it. I don't talk about Azumanga Daioh. It's funny, like the little clips I've seen and stuff, but yeah, I need to get on that. The only shows I'm watching right now, I don't think I'm logged. No, I can't be logged in, but because we're using the private browser or whatever. What's airing this season? Oh, Witch Hat, amazing. Dorohedoro, incredible. That's the best show this season in my opinion, but I'm a huge glazer for that series. What's that Damon show called? Something Yomi, Damon. I don't like this show. I want to so much. I can't get into it. I know it's written by the FMA author. I don't know. I just find the show so boring. Like, none of the characters do anything for me, except Gabby. Gabby's great. Gabby great. The left and the right are cool, but I don't know. It has, like, a little bit of style to it, but it just feels like nothing that interesting has happened in, like, 10 episodes. Thank you, Johnny. I'm sorry I didn't say that earlier. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Those are the three we're watching right now. And then things have been cycling in and out. We watched a show recently. We like to watch old stuff. A show called Photon, which is this one. It's an OVA from the late 90s. It's a little bit harem-esque, and that's because it's in, like, the same universe as Tenchi Muyo, if you know Tenchi Muyo. But I think it's actually, like, a prequel or something to Tenchi Muyo. I forget. This show was so entertaining, and we watched it dubbed, and it's so funny how the dub has, like, I'm sorry, I gotta shit on him a little bit. So this guy, Earth, like, the worst dub performance I've ever heard in my life. But then this show also has, like, the best dub ever with this guy, Papa Charino. So genuinely fucking entertaining, this guy. And I guess his David Logan Rankin was his voice actor. I don't know if anybody knows this show. It's really weird. It's only 6 episodes. It's animated so well, and it's usually pretty lighthearted. The final episode was a little goofy with, like, how serious they were taking it, but it if you like old stuff, I'd very much recommend this. But we've been, like, having such a good time going back and watching just old, like, OVAs and stuff. Oh, what's that other one we watched? We need to finish this one. It's like Video Girl Eye or something. I want to finish this. We've only, like, seen 3 episodes or so. This girl has such a good design. If she ever was, like, caught on by, like, a big anime YouTuber or something, I feel like she'd get very popular. Her design's great. Her voice is great. She doesn't really look like this in the anime. This is more like the manga. Her hair is so interesting, the swirls. But it's like, yeah, a guy watches, like, a porno and then she comes out of the TV and stuff. I honestly, it's been so long since we, like, continued it, but it's cool. I like it. But I can't, like, remember every single thing we've been watching. A lot of it's been hitting random and then finding, like, the show that looks kind of good on random. And usually it's kind of based off, like, style, like the art style it has. Oh man, what else have we watched? The Concierge, which was a movie, like this girl working in a department store, just like animals go to it. I don't really understand the universe of it. That was okay. What else have we watched? We've been meaning to watch, like, Magical Knight Ray Earth at some point. I want to get into that. I haven't seen that at all. I had to pick up 86 on Blu-ray. Yeah, that shit's, like, $1 billion now on Blu-ray, so hopefully you didn't overspend. Toward the Terra. I don't know if I've seen that. This one? I don't know what this is at all. It's not that old. Well, I guess that's almost 20 years old. That's a good score, though. I've never heard of this show. Maybe I should put it on my list. I do want to watch Orb, which is new. But, you know, a little bit different. This is when, so it's like a Wednesday anime night. We started it because of City, the animation, and Panty and Stocking. And when we were done with that, I kind of tried to like, hey, let's keep watching more stuff. And that's when me and a buddy showed everybody Magical Circle Guru Guru, which I've talked about in the Japan vlogs a bunch. And that show was such a hit with everybody that it kind of made it so that we were going to continue to keep watching stuff on Wednesdays, and we've kept it up this entire time. That's such a good show. I don't know how to like describe like, I genuinely think this is one of the funniest anime. It's just so stupid sometimes. It's a really sweet concept. It has this like romance element throughout the entire thing, but it's also so fast-paced, and they don't want to dwell on any of the romance stuff, which sometimes is a little annoying, but it's a parody on like Dragon Quest. It's like a boy is a hero, meets a witch, they go on an adventure. The witch is really important for like defeating the big bad guy. And they just travel to all these different areas, and there's like a villain group always trying to stop them. Has a great style. Voice acting's great. This girl, Kukuri, she has a very well-known voice actor. If you've watched Kaguya. She's what's her name from Kaguya? Fucking Chiharu? Is that what it is? I feel like I'm getting that wrong. Nope. Chika, my bad. Yeah, she does Chica. Everybody likes Chica, so I feel like that's an easy, like, oh yeah, she's great. But yeah, this originally was a show from like the 90s, much slower paced. They never finished the manga, and then they made a sequel to that, and they still never finished the manga. So they made this 2017 version, which finishes the entire thing in 24 episodes, which is great. But sometimes you do like 6 chapters in an episode, and you would think it's way too fast, and it's really not. It's so weird, but they pull it off. They managed to pull it off. I gotta go to the bathroom. I've been rambling. Give me a second. BRB. Hoopla. Okay. I am better now. I want to watch 100 Meters at some point. I heard that movie's really good. But yeah. I think that's about it as far as like the anime we were watching. It changes depending on the week. I need to watch the Ghost in the Shell stuff. I actually haven't seen Ghost in the Shell at all. So I'm gonna catch up before the new show comes out, even though that's like an adaptation of the original manga. Did you happen to watch Apocalypse Hotel? No. Should I? Probably. I'm guessing you're gonna recommend that. I mean, I'm open to a bunch of stuff. Right. Oh, I forgot I'm watching Kamina Botan. Have I talked about Kamina Botan? I'm missing one episode of that, which came out on Friday, but that's a really good show. I'm surprised I like it as much as I do, because I'm not into like Yuri anime. Not that I'm against it, but I usually don't find myself caring too much about the romance stuff, but somehow that show is just so well done. The fact that they like keep swapping in different like animation directors for like the episodes, and there's no chief director, so they get to do their own thing. It just makes this like every episode feel very special. And some of the direction and just like framing and shots and just the direction of it just is crazy good for what is just a show about like girls drinking alcohol and there's like a love triangle. That's it. That's all that show is. But it's been so good. And I feel like more and more that show is catching on. But I don't know how like popular it's going to be in the end. It's a nice sci-fi slice of life. I definitely recommend it. Sci Games was on a different level. Oh, that's new. Okay. Maybe I'll check it out. How do you feel about the Hanekawa? I love it, but it's way too much money. I think this was like the first thing we talked about on the stream. Hold on. Okay, no, I was worried the music might be too loud, but I think it's good. Yeah, I mean, I think this one is gorgeous. I don't think they talk about there being a light-up gimmick, which feels like a bit of a missed opportunity, considering there's, what, 6 lanterns here? Like, not only is this so expensive, but it's exclusive, so there's no discounts, so you're forced to pay almost 44,000 yen for this, which I can't really get behind it. I really wanted this. It was on my wish list, but I think I'm going to have to pass. Like, if I'm spending this much money, I'd rather put it towards the Toho figures, which are around this price now, unfortunately, made by Alter. Because the Marissa one was almost 40,000, so I'm assuming the Reimu one is. And for me, as somebody who already collects a lot of Toho, and that kind of, you know, is more relevant to my channel, I haven't really touched... Honestly, I haven't even watched Monogatari to its completion, so I don't feel like this is a necessity. It would have been like a, yeah, I'm going to buy this and support this if it was like 10,000 yen less, but that's almost $300, and the box is going to be probably huge, right? I'm assuming the tariffs will not be as bad here in America by then, but I can't do it. As much as like a beautiful concept this is, as nice as the shading on like the clothing and the bone graveyard and like all the nice, you know, clear translucent greens and stuff and the pattern work. It has everything, right? It even has a really nice, unique art style for Hanekawa herself, but I just can't do it. Like, I get if you want to, but when I see something this expensive, I can't go there. Like, I was talking earlier about wanting to get the Raging Wolf from Elden Ring. I put Wing, god damn it. I lost the page, my bad. We're gonna have to do it this way again. Give me a sec. He is here. Yeah, this guy. Like, he's 76, and that's way too much. But if I'm already going that far, like if I was already willing to go that far for something like Hanekawa, then I might as well put the money towards something I genuinely absolutely love and get like an Elden Ring thing instead. That's my logic for it. They're completely different. Has no merit on or relevance to what you're doing, obviously, but you know, that's big money. That's not money you can impulse spend. This has to be for something that you really want, you will keep and you will cherish, especially when you're not rich. I don't think a lot of us are in this hobby, but you know, this price, it scares you, you know? So yeah, this is something reserved for the special stuff, right? Would you ever get into garage kits? I've been thinking more and more about getting into garage kits. I do have the Haruko, which is more of like a colored resin. It kind of is a garage kit, but Yeah, I want to. I want to just, like, practice painting some simple stuff first, and then I'll think about getting into more garage kits, but... Yeah, it's like a whole side of the hobby I don't really know too much about. I wanted to go to One Fest US, which was in MomoCon this weekend, but I couldn't make that happen, so... Perhaps in the future. I think that's a nice step to take if I get bored of talking about, like, the retail stuff. Or if I just want something, you know, refreshing for the channel. We'll see. We'll see, but I've always liked them from afar. I just maybe sooner rather than later might get into it more. Yeah. But isn't that stuff, like, dangerous? Don't I have to have, like, a mask on when I'm painting them? And, like, sanding them down and stuff? I am sure this is going to come with a support beam. Yeah, for some reason they don't show you that here or whenever they displayed it in person. It makes me wonder, like, is this pole actually, like, metal or something? Like, maybe it's not gonna droop. Maybe it is strong enough to support all this stuff. Or maybe the lanterns are very light. I don't know. I think you would be better off having a support here, but I think it also would kind of ruin it. A support for, like, a 20,000 yen figure is already a little annoying, but when you're spending 40, I don't think you want any of that at all. I think you want to make sure it's as perfect as possible. As clean, as just, you know, presented as it should be. Not like it's a toy, as if, like, it's, you know, cheaply made. But we won't know until June of next year, so. You know, it is what it is. It's killer. Killer-ass figure, but I think a lot of people were very surprised when they saw that price. So the prep is dangerous, but is the painting maybe not as much? Is that what you're saying? I didn't talk about Raiden yet. I don't know when she goes up for pre-order. I might save that for next time. I think she looks really cool. She's also very expensive. Definitely one of the better Genshin fig, maybe even the best. I don't know, but what company is making that? Is that Apex? Or is that Mythos? Who is that? I saw it. I think I even linked it, but I forgot to, like, read who was making it. Oh, this guy came out. Kasuga. When did he come out? I guess, like, really recent, right? I'm gonna look him up. I want to see if he looks better. Why did they, like, not put the figure first? You know what I mean? Any photos? Oh my god. That's how much I had to pay for, like, Majima. That's crazy. I don't think there's any, like... Oh, wait, we got one. It don't look like him, bro. It don't look like him. I hate that. I don't hate it, but it just doesn't look like him. It angers me. They were so close. They nailed two of them. I'll give them that. They nailed two of these Yakuza figures, but... Oh, my alarm's going off. I forgot I set an alarm for something. And I'm not gonna... It was a bid on YouTube, or on eBay, but I'm not gonna be going for it. I do want to know how much this will go for, though. It was a promotional Xenosaga thing. I've never seen this before. It's like a banner for Xenosaga 3. It's already like 200 bucks. I don't got that money. I almost want to... when you see something like this, you almost want it to be, like, out of your price range. Yeah, his mustache is not supposed to look like that. Yeah, I don't think I could... Someone bid on this more. 200 is like... 200 is probably fair for, like, a promotional banner, but... I think it's... Oh, 220. Okay. Oh! Holy fuck. This thing... Okay. Can I show this? Let me see. I'm a little worried about being logged in, but I shouldn't be. I was looking at this. This went from 220 to 519 in the last second. Now, I like Xenosaga, but I'm not that guy. I just thought it was cool. I've never seen this big-ass poster for it. And I think that's why it went to $500. But, man, that was crazy. Good. I'm glad it went for a lot because I wasn't wanting to spend... I didn't even really want to spend 200. So the fact that it's 500, you know, makes me feel like I don't got to worry about it. It's a sigh of relief. It's a nice box. It's just not him. It's just not him. Thank you, Cringy. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate ya. Yeah, it's been a good ride, you know? Those Japan videos really help. I guess that's really all I've done recently. I really want to get a video out this week. Or maybe like even Sunday. I don't know. But like Saturday or Sunday, hopefully. I won't kill myself if I don't do it. But because next week is Smile Fest. I'll definitely make something for Smile Fest. I wish the, what are they called? The Nendoroid funds. I wish those were not like shown off at like 7 in the morning. Because I would love to just go live and react to that with you guys. But I'm not going to be able to avoid it by the time I get on stream, you know? I'm pretty sure it's like 7 or 8 in the morning that day. So I'd have to avoid everything just for like a bunch of Nendo announcements on like a random Wednesday. I think they're doing it on the 4th, maybe? Maybe. I'd have to double check that, but yeah, usually before Smile Fest, I'll do Nendoroid Funds, which is just a bunch of Nendo announcements that are typically at Smile Fest anyway. Sometimes there's some extra, but yeah, it's always like at a way too early of a time. But that whole week is going to be crazy because, like, you know, Sony's got a presentation, video game stuff, but like Sony's doing it, Xbox is doing it, Nintendo's probably doing it. You got the Summer Game Fest. A lot of stuff to look forward to. I don't know what my limit is. Dude, there is a really cool... I don't know what it's called on this. I saw it earlier. Yeah, this. This is so cool. This thing is huge. Because this is the whole, like, store display of the, like, 6 characters, bunch of screenshots that are actually, like, individual cardboard pieces jutting out of it. $2,000. It's like, no. I can't do it, but man, I would love to have this. It's so cool. It's so sick. I think this is, like, the ultimate, like, I could not top this if I bought, like, a standee. And I wouldn't even try. But, like, this seems like a grail type of standee, you know what I mean? I just hope one day it is not that much money. I can find it for half that, maybe. I don't know. Let's get off eBay, though. Anyway. Let's check our stream. How long have we been streaming? 2.5. I think I wore myself, like, my voice out a little bit. Those tangents killed me this time. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really have too much of a plan today outside of, like, the unboxing stuff, the camera testing. I did go over a decent amount of figures today, which, you know, glad I did that for you guys. I don't know if there's anything else I'm really missing. Oh, I wanted to say that I think I am going to go forward with, like, the room tour showcase thing, where I look at your rooms, the ones you suggest. I haven't set it up yet. It would be in the Discord. Very similar to how Derek did it in his, if not the exact same. But I'm planning to do that. I want to show it off. This girl looks like she's actually showing off way too much. I gotta get off that page. I don't think that's what it was. Ami, you know, censors their stuff, but that kind of scared me for a second. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to try it at least once. I want to try it once. That is insane for a lot of cardboard. I agree, but it's like, it's such a rarity, you know, that's why it's so much money. It's because they don't make that in large quantities. It goes to a store, And it might even get trashed, right? So the fact that it even still exists and it's in such nice condition is truly like a one-of-a-kind type of deal. So, but yeah, in the future, I'm gonna do it. Look forward to that. If you want to submit, it would be in the Discord. You don't gotta worry about that right now. I don't know when I'll go about it. I don't want to take submissions too early. So I'll probably talk about it in some video when I'm ready to take the submissions. And we'll probably do like, you know, 5, 6, something like that. And if it's popular, we'll do it again. It'll be like a very similar kind of thing to Derek, where it's like, make sure it's anime figure focused, but I'm not going to grill you if there's like a lot of other stuff in there too. But understand that it's my channel and we talk about anime figures there, so don't show me your manga only, right? I can appreciate seeing it, I'll talk about it, but I want to see your figures. I want to see your collection. I want to see your figure collection. But when you have other interests too, you could slap that along if you want. But just keep in mind, I'm sure other people will do it as well, and we can't like dedicate a whole video to one person. But yeah, it'll be fun. I'm curious how even I'm going to do that, because I've never really reacted to stuff like this before. But yeah, it's just all part of the, let's try and make some different type of videos on the channel. And I swear I'll start making some unboxing stuff soon. Maybe right after One Fest, or Smile Fest. One Fest is in July, so I don't gotta worry about making like 2 massive videos back to back. Limit it to 1 shelf only, so my collection can be relevant. you can submit what you want, man. If it looks good, honestly, well, I don't know. See, that's weird. I don't want to show like a 1 figure showcase, but I also don't want to make it seem like you have to have a massive showcase or figure collection to be a part of it. So honestly, just submit whatever, and I'll kind of take it from there, and I'll figure it out. I'll see what works. I'll see what doesn't. It's new to me, so it's all a learning experience, right? But yeah, we got to unbox some stuff. I got like 7 scale figures and 2 incoming. I'm gonna have to make like a lewd video, which I usually don't. It's only gonna be 2 figures, but you know, I'm looking forward to both of those whenever they get sent out to me. And I talked about having like a sponsorship thingy, not on the stream, but in the Discord. I talked about it. That has to take priority whenever it gets to me. I gotta review it, which I'm looking forward to. I got no room for this thing, but looking forward to it. Should be fun. And yeah, cool stuff incoming. And if you have any ideas for some cool content, let me know. Maybe I'll make them. We talked about, or somebody asked me about this, the Ame-chan. And I don't really feel too strongly about the changes they made. Her eyes just look a little bit different, because this is the anime version. I have not gotten into that new anime. I've looked at it, I've heard about it. It doesn't look like I would like it, and that kind of bums me out. It almost makes me care less about the franchise as a whole, which is weird, but I don't know how good it actually is, so I'm still debating if I want to get into it, if I want to try it. Something I should have done, and I didn't, was order the Ame-chan figure from Apex, because now it's sold out, because of course it is. And I feel like this is one of those figures, if I can find it on here, that will probably go up in price. It has that look to it, in my opinion, where like it feels like it appeals to a group outside of a typical anime figure fan. So I feel like this has that like that shelf life that's just a little different. Like people are gonna go after it and collect it and then scalp it because they know people want this. So I feel like if you like this, you should probably hunt it down before it comes out. What's up, Ethan? How you doing? And it lights up. True. I honestly forgot about that. You gotta plug it in. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get this soon. I'm gonna try and find a pre-order for it. I should have just... I was trying to limit myself at the time, but I think this one makes more sense to pre-order and maybe even cancel something else in case, like, I gotta save money, right? But yeah, I just haven't really been thinking about the game that much lately, so it wasn't like a priority for me. I was lucky to pre-order this. Let's see if I don't end up canceling it, like most of my pre-orders. Yeah, I'm trying to be good about, like, not ordering too much and, you know, canceling them. I did finally order the Chrono, the Chrono Trigger figures. Because I feel like those are going to become very hard to get at some point. Chrono Trigger is just that game, you know? Even if these figures aren't, like, super special looking, they're small, right? They're only 8,000 yen. They have, like, cast this net that is catching everybody who's ever been into Chrono Trigger. People love these figure announcements, so I think it's better safe than sorry. Like, you gotta just, if you like Chrono Trigger, you should buy these. Usually I wouldn't just say buy that shit, but I think you kind of have to if you like Chrono Trigger. Maybe they would re-release them. I'm not sure if they do that with Formism, but it just feels like there's no reason to risk it, in my opinion. I wish they had Luca. Me too. I would have much preferred Luca over Marley. Marl. I never know how to say her name. Marl, I guess. Luca's way better. Frog is way better. But I'm not going to complain. They're all good-ass characters. I hope they make everybody. You cancel pre-orders every month? God damn. Yeah, I'm trying not to. But we'll see. Like, if I... Honestly, this is the period where I don't like to pre-order anything, because when there's like a figure event, a big one, like One Fest or Smile Fest coming up, I don't know what they're going to show, and I really try not to buy too much stuff at once in case I regret it, or in case I really don't have the space for it. So I always like to weigh, like, all right, these are the things I'm interested in. These are the things coming out soon or that they showed off. Am I going to really want these new things over the stuff that I can currently pre-order? So I like to make those informed decisions around the time the events are coming out. So I'll wait. Unless something really has to get pre-ordered right now, I'll wait till those events are over. And then we'll lock in something. Yeah, I mean, September's not that far from now, right? I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be all right. We could all wait. I got it from Big in Japan, which I haven't bought from in a very long time, but they brought back EMS, and I'm just going to try it out. Yeah, I'm not expecting greatness. I'm really not. Square Enix is like my least favorite company. They might have been beaten, though, by the Capcom figures. I think the Capcom figures are worse. Like, this is so expensive. And look at Diana, bro. Where is Diana? That's not Diana. That's Diane. Like, who is that? This looks so bad, in my opinion. They just do really, really bad jobs, like, with their figures. Maybe the Monster Hunter stuff is cool, but the Resident Evil stuff, like this, for 23,000 yen is bonkers. Same with Leon. Leon don't look good. And like Street Fighter had some too. The Cammy one didn't look good. I don't think the Jury one looked very good. Nemesis is 40,000 yen, goddamn. Well, you know. If I like made a tier list video again, I would probably put Capcom in the bottom. I don't think they should be making figures. I think they should focus on their games, because they make really good games. Focus on the smaller, like, you know, little merch. They make good plush, I guess. They make good trinkets, but I don't think they make good figures. They focus on the clothes rather than the face. Yeah, but that's, like, not the important part. The face is the important part. Like, yeah, the clothing could look nice, but, like, the hair looks so cheap. I can't stand it. From the back, it looks good. I think you're right. The clothing does look pretty good on these figures, but I don't think that's enough. Still waiting for a good Diana figure. Honestly, I would not be surprised if we see a Nendoroid in like 2 weeks of her. Well, I mean, yeah, if it's a popular franchise, it'll sell, but probably won't sell that good. I think all the Capcom stuff will either sell poorly in bin or sell poorly and just, like, fade into obscurity. Like, maybe it won't be cheap, but I don't think there'll be that many out there, because I just don't think they're going to sell that well. There's Diana right now. Did I play Pragmata? No, not yet. I haven't really been playing too many games. The last game I played... What was the last game I played? I've actually been playing, like, some fighting games. I played Waku Waku 7 for the first time. Really fun. I also played Smash Remix, which is like Smash 64, but there's like 20 new fucking characters in it. It's awesome. And the reason I'm playing that is because the N64 emulation got rollback, so it's like seamless online. So I've just been playing it with a bunch of friends. Really good time. What happened to Ichiban's face? It's just not him. Like, I just don't look like him. I mean, he looks... I think he looked even worse in this photo than he did on my figure collection. Whoop. But there's not that many user photos right now. That ain't him. Oh, thank you. Dude, I'm like Mr. Worldwide. People know me from everywhere. It's very cool. I think it's cool that, like, I've just, like, found an audience, like, even if it's one person, just, like, everywhere in the world, you know? Small dicks to Ichiban looks better. I think you're right. I haven't looked at that in a while, but I think you're right. Whoop. Shoutouts to Portugal. Okay, I think this one looks better. I don't think this one looks better. He looked like he on something. He looks like he's on something. It is a little bit more true to like the cover, like the box art, but I think they kind of got it a little bit more right here. But even so, maybe he just has a hard face to nail down. You know what I mean? I forgot who they made a lot of these, right? The Digsta Yakuza. I know they made Saejima, Akiyama. Who else are they missing? Oh, I forgot there's like these down here. Is there a Daigo? I don't think there's a Daigo, right? Goda? Mina. Oh, Mina. He's just not... I was like, why are they showing... Yeah, okay. It's just he's off to the side over here. Good picks. Good picks. Shame that they kind of ruined Yakuza 3, though. I didn't want to say meth, but yeah. Yeah. Did you talk about the new Jinshi figure? I think I actually did. I said the Mao Mao one didn't look that good, but Jinshi looked okay. They're a little boring, but Jinshi doesn't really get many figures. Mao Mao looked like she got stretched, but Jinshi looks okay. I think if you like Jinshi, that's a safe pickup. Yeah, I should probably... I just wish he was like a little bigger. The sizing kind of stinks when you put them next to the other big guys. Like, this ain't bad, obviously, because they're all in scale with each other, but you put them next to the Koto scales, they look like baby toys. It's like, eh. I don't know. Who's this? I like her art style. It's cute. Looks retro. Looks old. Okay, that's definitely old. I'm not going to buy Kasuga. To be honest, I'm not even like that big into 7 or 8, the games. I think they're good, but I'm definitely more of the classic games, if you can call them classics. They're not that old, but yeah, the original run. Dude, I forgot they're making a Pirate Majima too. I don't get why they're pushing Pirate Majima that much. The game was not even like that well received. I think everybody has also forgotten about Pirate Majima. But they do them. Okay, that's fine. It's all good. This might be the one to get. Ono Michio. Now, you got a cool-ass base, too. Why they do all that? Huh. Am I interested in Stranger Than Paradise? Not really. And that's because of Kiwami 3. A lot of people made a big stink about Kiwami 3. And how terrible it was, and how awful it was that they hired these, like, truly shitty people. I forget the guy's name. The one that, like, replaced another guy, had to remodel him after the guy. But then he was like a sex pest, and he was like touching women inappropriately in Japan and shit like that. I forget the whole story, but basically he shouldn't have been hired. He was. They never responded to like all the backlash for it. And then his performance sucked in the game, and the game itself was kind of mid. So it's like, you bring all that energy to like boycotting a game, right? And then just to kind of switch over and immediately jump into Stranger Than Paradise, it feels like you fought for nothing, you know? So if I really wanted to play it, I just wait for like a big sale or something. But you know, like I'm not going to let all that crap about Kiwami 3 poison the well of the other games that I really fucking love. But I also don't really want to keep buying into their stuff when they clearly don't respect their audience, you know? So, I don't know. Yeah, Stranger Than Heaven does look very good, but there's a million games out there that look very good, so I'll likely play it at some point, but I'm not gonna be picking it up at launch. It's like one of those get it used kind of dealios. But we'll see. I don't know. I usually don't play anything at launch unless it's like a big fucking deal for me. And while I do like the Yakuza series, it hasn't really been that kind of thing for me. I got into it pretty late. And 7 came out, didn't play it right away. 8 came out, didn't play it right away. Pirate Majima did not play it at all. And I still need to play Judgment anyway, so I got stuff to do. Yeah. They gotta make Shinada, though. I want them to make a Shinada figure so bad. If they made a Shinada in this line, I'd buy it. That's the GOAT. But it might happen. I mean, they're making a lot. I guess these must be selling pretty well. They're also making variants, too. Oh, he got long hair too? That's nice. I didn't know that. Sweet. I don't know. I'm not here to preach. Y'all play what you want to play. That's just my reasoning, you know. I was just upset at first because I really like Yakuza 3. And what they did to it just feels like they stripped out the soul. I hate how it looks. I don't like the new combat. I feel like there's less focus on the orphanage, which was like a huge part of it. And like they rewrote the fucking ending. They had to change stuff for no reason. Made it way worse, in my opinion. Like they retcon crap. Which they keep doing. They did that in the director's cut of Yakuza 0. It's like, oh, this character that should be dead, actually they're not. And we're gonna use them again. It's just like, why? Let some characters die in your soap opera Yakuza game, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Nobody, like, we don't need to keep bringing these motherfuckers back from the grave when they were, like, especially when they're villains and their story was told. Like, they went out on a good fucking term, you know? They did what they had to do. They had a fucking great finale. The boss fight was good, whatever. They did all they needed to. But they're like, oh, actually, they were good characters, so now we gotta bring them back. It's like, why? Why? Sorry, I hit the mic. I'm sorry. It's just, it pisses me off. It was dumb when they did it in the director's cut, but then they did it again in 3, and it seems like they want to keep doing this. And I'm also against like them having to cast actors and then replace existing characters with the actor's likeness. Like, why? I get doing that for new characters, but when you're remaking a game and there's already established characters, why do we have to replace the model with some new guy? And like, the voice changes, the look changes, the feel changes. It's just so different. Like, that was like, I think I was already not going to buy that game when they replaced Ricky. Because Ricky was like the soul of 3. I fucking love Ricky. He's like the best character in that game. And I don't know if the new guy did a good job or not. I don't really care. I didn't like the new look. And I felt like his voice wasn't as good. Didn't really feel like it fit the personality as well. Maybe I'm wrong on that because I didn't play it, but like, he was one of the reasons I really liked the original game, and they took it away. So like, why am I gonna get excited about the remake, you know? Anyway, oh my god. I'm just rambling. I don't know, do we have anything else to talk about today? I'm getting hungry, so I would be okay with taking a break and ending the stream for now. But if you guys have anything else to discuss, we could. I think I've run out of things to talk about, so I'm okay if it wrapped up here. But I'm leaving the floor open for you guys. Let me know. Go eat. Okay. The 16,000 Ghost Steed. I think I did talk about that already. Everything Elden Ring just costs way too much money. Talked about Pomni. Talked about the Smilex Future Miku. Very cute. I like it. Not gonna buy it, but I like it. I think we actually got confirmation that Good Smile is going to be showing off one of the new Mikus. I forget which one it is. We might be able to find it if I search her up. Hatsune Mike. Let's see. It's where is it? It's this one. I think it's this one. They're gonna show this off at Smile Fest. They confirmed it. Here's a better photo of it. Looks very pretty. It's a Symphony figure, I believe. Let me get a confirmation on that. Yeah, okay. Sapporo 2025 version. So we're gonna seeing this one in a couple of weeks, as well as the new Cardcaptor Sakura, where she's on Keto-chan, which I don't know if we could find that super easily. Let's see. Oh shit, I forgot this was shown this weekend. This is so cool. It's a fucking Sonic, I know, but they made a Sonic the Fighters pop-up parade. I think this is a must-buy. It's gonna be like $40, so it's not breaking the bank, but it's so cool they made a polygonal-ass Sonic figure that looks just like the game. Sonic the Fighters was a 2D, 3D fighting game from back in the day. It's like 30 years old at this point. And this just looks one-to-one. I love it. I absolutely love it. I just love shit like that. So out there. Because no one expected them to make Sonic the Fighters merch. No one talks about Sonic the Fighters, so made me very excited. Anyway, here's the figure we're going to see at Smile Fest as well. I hope it's colored. I hope they actually paint this figure and it's not just the prototype, because this looks insane. Wonder how the books are going to fly like this. That looks like it's going to be very delicate. Because it's going to like attach to one of the wings, you know? They can't be too heavy, right? Low poly Link. That would be cool, but I think Nintendo hates the idea of that stuff. They want to just make the new. Whatever's new, they got to make it. Mephiles. I think there's like toys for Sonic 06. I doubt like a company like this would make Mephiles though. Yeah, big Keto-chan. I don't know, like I wouldn't mind a Cardcaptor Sakura figure. I don't know if this would be one I would buy, but it's gonna be so much. That has to be like a 40,000 yen figure, minimum. Has to be. I mean, probably. I think if I were to go in again and buy like a Sakura figure, it would be this one. But I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'll appreciate them from afar, or I'll make some store send it to me if I get sponsored. Okay, that works for me. Am I a fan of the designs for Star Fox? No, not at all. But, you know, some are better than others. I think Peppy's okay. Fox is like, eh. Falco's terrible. Slippy's whatever. Wolf looks okay. Leon looks pretty good. I think the villains ended up looking better than the main guys. I mean, the aura loss for Falco is ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking with Falco. I also hate, like, the little legs they gave everybody to make them more animal-like. Like, Fox and Falco have these little, tiny, little twig legs, and it looks so stupid, in my opinion. I am getting a side profile Sakura soon. The mini poskets for Sakura are adorable. Okay, okay. What does a side profile Sakura mean? I don't know what you're talking about. I think this was a new one as well that went up. The Shiroko. Shiroko gets a decent amount of figures. This one's pretty creative. Just throwing her on some stereo speakers. Why not? I mean, I don't get it because I don't know much about Blue Archive, but it's cool. Is the Shiroko with a dress a different character? Am I thinking of somebody else? Didn't she have like a dress figure? I know there's a swimsuit one. I feel like maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm sure some of you know what I'm talking about. It's like a green dress. I guess that's somebody else. My bad. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Shiroko Terror. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Got 'em mixed up. My bad. I think I talked about this a while ago, or like the last time I streamed. If I'm gonna buy any Blue Archive figures, it's just gonna be the new Nero or Kyoko. I like Kyoko. Which I don't know if we can find it here. I just can't decide which Kyoko I like more. Low priority though. I'm not pre-ordering either of these. And if they become expensive, so be it. But I like both of these. Just not sure which one I like more. Very pretty. I don't know how you guys keep up though. Ugh, like being into gacha, you're just like forced into buying all these freaking figures. And they have so many characters. Like, how do you control yourself, you know? Like, I want to buy figures from them and I don't even play them. And that's how I can limit myself. It's like, okay, I don't play them, so I'm only gonna get like really like designs I really love, you know, or like character designs that just hit that sweet spot for me. As long as the sculpt's good and the the paint looks nice, but I can't imagine. Like, I'm also buying like Uma Musume. I'm up to like 6 figures or something, and I don't even play it. I watch it. I watch all the anime, so I guess it's a little different, but all them Wuthering Waves figures. Does Wuthering Waves get figure? I thought it didn't. Let me see. This is relevant to my video I might make. It definitely doesn't have many, but there are some in the works. Okay. What if we do pre-painted? Okay, yeah, it's not too much. This one's nice. At least it's creative. I don't know if it's like super accurate, like art style wise, face wise, but this was a standout when I heard about like a Wuthering Waves figure. And I think this one was very popular. I think it's actually kind of hard to track down now. It was so cheap when she came out. But those are the two that kind of stood out for me, and then I don't really remember too many others. Okay, Marino, Phoebe, I remember her, okay. Oh, this girl. Okay, yeah, some of these are coming back to me, but it doesn't seem like it gets too much, unfortunately. Damn, 65,000 yen, what the? Okay, that's awesome. Who's making this? Limited. 1,000 units. 55 not available, okay. I'm a Dorothy guy. She's my profile pic. In-game, okay, okay. Yeah, I think it's better when you don't play the gacha, so you don't gotta worry about spending money there. You spend it here. You buy the figures. Tangible item, better than digital item. But I'm also a guy, I don't even want to buy like DLC for a video game. I just don't do it. Unless it's like Elden Ring, the Xenoblade stuff. Like that Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC came out. I didn't fall for that, bro. Bonanza, one of my favorite games that year, but I did not pay $25 for that stupid DLC. It's gotta be good. If it's worth it, I'll buy it. Fighting game passes, like season passes, kind of comes with the territory. If I'm into the fighting game, you get the pass, but you know. I try and limit myself, even on like digital games that I even have already bought. Like, you know, the main game's good enough. I don't need the expansion for it, but like I can't even remember the last time I bought DLC for a game. Besides like Shadow of the Erd Tree. I know about that. Just not really into DLC purchases. The shipping was horrible for Shorekeeper. Really? I lost her page. Where'd she go? Go back to... I'm sorry. Sorry. This was terrible? This doesn't even look that big. 10K? What? I mean, granted, the size and the weight is what's causing the shipping to be a lot, not the, you know, the quality or the price of the figure itself. So, it's kind of unavoidable. Like, it's a 1/7 scale, right? Like, maybe that's just pricing these days, but... Me too. Leffy. I said your name right. Me too, Leffy. Nintendo just don't be letting Xenoblade figures exist, and Fire Emblem... I'm gonna be honest, I wish they made better stuff for Fire Emblem. Not that what they're making is bad. I just wish they would kind of expand a little bit past the new stuff. Go back to some old characters. make some classics in between. You know, we got our 3 houses and Engage and Awakening and Fates and all that. That's great. Give us some throwbacks too. Give us some old stuff. Like, capitalize on, you know, Path of Radiance coming out on the GameCube by putting out, like, figures from that, or Radiant Dawn, you know? I talked about it last time. I still want to buy Ike. I should have bought Ike years ago, and I didn't, because I'm dumb. It is what it is. I'll find him one day. Don't gotta buy it right now, but, it just seems like no one in the US has this guy for a good price. If you have him, want to sell it to me, I'll buy it. Fair price, though. Fair price. Not asking for banger price, not asking for bro price. Just, you know, fair. Normal retail. That'd be nice. I would buy him and Roy. I think that's it, though. Like, as far as the Fire Emblem figures they put out, I think those are the only 2 I really care about that I don't have. I keep clicking the wrong thing. I'm trying to... I need to click this. There we go. Yeah, I didn't like the Lucina. I think this Byleth is very redundant. I think Hilda came out weird. I like the Alir figure, but I don't know anything about that game, so I feel like I gotta stay away from it. Could have bought Corrin, but she looks lifeless. I don't like her face. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's so boring. Great outfit. I like most of it, but as a Smash player, I'm also kind of built-in hater for Corrin because she felt very forced into Smash as like, hey, we gotta fucking advertise this game, so let's put her in. Instead of being something people genuinely wanted. So I just have that carryover from when I was a Smash player for Corrin. I think Dimitri looked cool. I think the girl from Heroes looks cool, but I don't know anything about Veronica or that game. So not something I need. I think she's like very rare at this point. This girl's cutes, but until I play this game, I don't have a desire to collect for it. I feel like a fraud. What's the name of the white-haired girl from Radiant Dawn? I would buy a figure of her. Like, I just played that game and I'm forgetting her name. It's like Micaiah or something. Just so bad with names. There's so many characters in that game. I just can't remember everybody, but she was great. I liked her a lot. If they made a figure of her, and I think that would be like kind of refreshing too, because she's like a spellcaster. She had a couple of different like outfits too, depending on the ascension. Micaiah. Yeah, okay. I kind of got it right. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. They should make a figure of her. I feel like she is probably popular enough from a game that enough people made that they could sell a good chunk of figures for. I think that would sell better than frickin' Dancer Byleth. Am I wrong? Like, I know Byleth is popular, but this figure felt so unnecessary. Like, we already had the good Byleth figure. We had, like, multiple, because they made pop-ups, they made Figma. This one was good. I don't know why we needed more, but, you know, I guess if people are buying it. 350 euros. Yeah, that's a lot. I got it. Yes. All right. Not a fraud. Let's go. Yeah, I didn't buy this either. I don't know. I like Three Houses, but I'm not attached to the characters. I also think I just lean more towards liking the older designs for Fire Emblem more than the newer ones, which is probably different for a lot of you guys. I'm sure you like the new stuff more, but I'm just retro pilled. What could I say? This is their new one. What's her name? Aqua. They made 2 figures of her, which is crazy, but yeah, it doesn't speak to me. I don't know. Not for me. Edelgard looked okay. Probably looks better in person than the photos, but not really an Edelgard guy or anything. But yeah, I wish they would like give us the pipeline. Like, hey, tell us what you're working on instead of just like announcing it the second it comes out. Like, hey, so this is up. Go buy it. I don't know why they don't ever show off their stuff like in the prototype phase. They should bring these to Smile Fest. That would be exciting. But they don't. I will say, looking more into TMO or Cordelia, like I don't know anything about her, but that price that I saw her for at AmiAmi was actually pretty damn good than the price you could find her for online. Like, I know 45,000 yen's a lot, but I think think I walked away from actually a pretty good deal when I saw that in the store. I just didn't know. And like, thankfully, this is not something I want to buy. I'm not pining over it. But as a figure hunter, I definitely glanced over that. Like, I didn't realize, like, oh, that was actually pretty solid. Couldn't say I found like a great price for Tharja though. That I would have bought, but everything was a little too high at the time. Yeah, I want Shulk. Everybody be asking for Rex. I don't want Rex. Well, I'd buy Rex, but I want Shulk first. I think Shulk needs it. Rex would be nice, personally. Though the character I want the most is A from Future Redeemed. I'd buy like 3 of those. No, I wouldn't. But I'd buy it. That's a day 1 pre-order if they ever did it. They're not gonna, but they should. They should make A. They should make, hey, make original Alvis too. Make everybody. Make Dunban. Dunban would go so hard. Shulk would go hard. Either the adults or the younger version. Rex, same thing. Don't really care. Though I would prefer Rex in the Salvager outfit over the like final outfit towards the end of the game. I don't really like that one. It's a little bit too much. The one that kind of matches up with Numa. They should make Numa, but I personally think we have enough 2 favoritism in the figure, so we should try and like spread it out a little bit more. You can make Elma. I don't think they're gonna make Elma though. I think that boat is already like sailed. Shamir? Oh, dude. That was like best girl. If I said her name right. Shamir. I think that's the one I tried to romance. I haven't played that game in so long. Am I thinking of the right character? Oh yeah, she was the hottest girl, easily. But they won't do it. Poppy would be good. Tora to go alongside would be pretty good too. They gotta be together though. I ain't buying a solo figure of Tora, but if they put them together, that'd be pretty good. I wonder if they'd make Poppy or like Cutie Pie Poppy. I don't even know which one I'd prefer. I think I'd prefer the original instead of like the sexy like android robot one. Both good, I'd buy them, whatever, but I think I'd prefer the original ones, just cuter, more iconic. I want a better Melia. I like the Melia. I think Queen Melia is gorgeous. Like, she is so pretty in 3. I don't know if, I guess I don't really care too much about like her adventuring outfit in 3, but like the dress, that shit, that's too much. I can't handle it. She's too pretty in 3. But yeah, I don't know. They're not gonna do it. But I just want more. You know, I don't need them to redo another character, right? Just give me Shulk and Noah and Rex and I'll be good. I wouldn't complain about like more Mio though. Mio with some long hair. Counselor N. That'd be nice. I got you. This this is Blue Archive. I think this is like a 30-minute song, so I'll probably skip it in a few minutes, but Who else do we need from Malos would be cool from Xenoblade. Also a new Telos would be awesome. Even the one from 2, like Xenoblade 2, where she's like weird. What's she wearing? She's got like glasses and like a dress. I gotta be careful. I don't know what they're gonna show me in those images, but do we have like better photos? I mean, she good. I'd buy this in like a heartbeat, but I don't think Telos, like the glasses doesn't really do anything for me. It feels like fan servicey for no reason. She never wore glasses, so I don't get it. But it's a cool redesign, and it's, you know, it's different enough. I dig it. Would buy that. Very pretty. I think you just get her once you beat the game, right? But Cosmos is really hard to get, like such a low pull rate. They should make, I don't know how they could do this. They should make like a model kit of the fucking Mechonis and like the Bionis. I don't know why that name escaped me. Like the Bionis and the Mechonis fighting is the most iconic shit ever. And if you could just have like a big ass display of them clashing, I don't think I'd need anything else, like genuinely. I think I'd be set. I'd be like, okay, I'm good. No more figures, please. I got exactly what I wanted. But if I type in A, does she actually even come up? There you go. Yeah, A is what I want. I don't know how they made the perfect character, bro. A is perfect. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Such duplicity is beneath me. I am not a Final Fantasy XIV player, but they recently announced that they would make custom figures of people's player characters. Really? That's crazy. Who's making them? What do you mean? Square? Honestly, now that I've played Xenosaga, I would love figures of all of them. Junior, Momo, Ziggy, Chaos, Matthews. Who knows about my man Matthews? That guy's so funny. It's surprising for like, I feel like the impression you get looking at Xenosaga is that it's like full on serious all the time, but it's actually pretty funny. Like a lot of the stuff is just funny in that game. But the series, like the scope of the fucking story is nuts. It kind of puts the Xenoblade games to shame. But at least with Xenoblade, it completes and it's easier to follow. It's like very heartfelt, the Xenoblade games. So I feel like it's a little like more heartfelt, the Xenoblade games, than it was for Xenosaga. And Xenosaga has some issues with like production. Like 2, the game, Xenosaga 2 is just a fucking mess. And 3, like really scales down the cutscene production. So a lot of it's just like stilted images, which is really lame in my opinion. But, yeah, I mean, the story in that, fucking Gears as well. Like the stories are so crazy back in the day. And I feel like they had to like lighten them up a little bit in Blade just to make it easier to follow along. But yeah, like Matthews and his crew. It's just like this guy's wearing this fucking like trucker hat. It's like, I am a boozer, bonsai. it's like it's so like out of there. Like why is he wearing that? I am a boozer. I'm a drunk. It's just like, it's so funny to me. I don't know. I would love to play the music from Xenosaga on the stream. I feel like a lot of it gets copyright strikes, but I've been wanting to like go back and listen to more of it because a lot of it's really good, especially from the first game. It's like all orchestrated, beautiful sounds, but I remember playing some of it on stream and it got striked, so, you know. Won't do it, but yeah. Honestly, this is something I should just commission some like sculptor to make. This is what I want. This is like a dream figure. I would love A in the collection. More than Shulk. Her design's just so good. Or their design, excuse me. It's weird though. Like, unclear female. I mean, I guess that's spoilers to get into it. I never really understood exactly how you're supposed to gender A. Because that was kind of the point. Because Alvis was originally like male coded, but then A comes along and it's more female coded, but like there's supposed to be like Malus is the male one, Numa is the female one, A is the in-between, but I guess this version is more female like coded, like when you talk about them, but I think most people still say they. And when you talk about Alvis, I guess you would say he. I don't know, who cares? I try and be respectful, but it is a little confusing. With them specifically. I guess you could just say non-binary. But yeah, I just want an excuse to play these games again. That's why I'm looking at these. I want them to make the Switch 2 versions. I'm dying to play those games again. I just don't want to do it and then they make like a better version of it, you know? I just need that frame rate up. I need that resolution up. That's like legit it. Honestly, I don't even care about the frame rate. Just make the resolution like a crisp, like 1080 to 4K, and I'm good. That's like legit all I need. Don't even add anything. I don't even need them to touch it in terms of like, you know, changing things, adding content, balancing stuff differently. I don't care. Just make the game look nice, and I'm good. I mean, Shulk is number 2. As far as like figures I want, and I would prefer younger Shulk, personally. But I would not complain about older Shulk, too. I I'll take what I can get, and I think both are equally cool, but if I had to pick one, I just would want the original Shulk. I feel like that represents the franchise and the game more. And yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know. Hot take as a figure collector, what's your opinion on acrylic stands? I used to hate them. Nowadays, not so much, but they're a little too expensive for what they are. I think they serve a purpose, but, you know, for a certain person, right? Some characters just don't get merchandise. I think an acrylic stand is a nice stand-in for said character that doesn't get much, you know? I don't think it really replaces a figure in any way. I don't think it's really trying to. And it does come off as like a cheap, just easy cash grab kind of merch, but it is, I don't know, I feel like I've kind of liked them a little bit more as just like an add-on to like a thing that I really like. Like I bought Ontan's acrylic stand in Japan from Dead Dead Demons. I don't have a lot of Dead Dead Demons merchandise, so just having like another thing of a character I like that goes on the shelf with everything else, it just kind of makes the collection feel even bigger and more full, and I really like that. Thank you, Michael Z. I appreciate it. I don't know if I have alerts on. Why didn't I hear that? I feel like I should have. Huh. Oh, maybe they're off. Oh, shit. Can I don't know if I could try that again, but we see the comment, we see the message. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. It's a long time coming. 20K. Could only go up, I think. We just gotta make good videos from now on, right? Dude, I was getting some annoying ass comments the other day from some guy. He just kept calling me out on like the dumbest shit. And I just have that urge to always respond back. I just can't ignore him, you know? I think I'm getting to that point where I have to. It's like, why are we commenting on the tariff stuff? As if, like, all of that wasn't changed. Like, you got this wrong, bro. Every package wasn't actually $100. Like, yeah, no shit, because they actually canceled. Like, well, not they, but the USPS, you know, that's what they were setting. But all these countries were not going to let us buy stuff from them. So they had to find all these new ways to get, you know, products to us. Which is why all the private couriers rose, and then all the prices rose with them. And yeah, that was why like Japan Post just stopped shipping to us because they didn't want to have to pay that. It was confusing though. It did make it seem like we were going to pay the $100 per package thing. But then it was like, no, they're gonna do it? It's like, I don't know, man. That's what happens when the administration's just doing goofy ass shit that no one can follow. But I'm not talking about tariffs. That shit's annoying. I don't want to talk about that right now. Random question, but are you into Bayonetta? I like Bayonetta 1 and 2. I never played 3. Never played the the spin-off game. I don't remember what it's called. When she's like young. I like them. They don't really make figures for her these days, so it's kind of hard to like buy one. I think I missed the chance to get any of the good figures for like a fair price. But no, Bayonetta's cool. I like Devil May Cry way more though. Like I would give Bayo games like the 8 out of 10, and the Devil May Cry games that are good, because some of them are terrible, like a 10 out of 10. Like 3, fucking amazing game. And 4 is a guilty pleasure. I know that game's like half finished, but I love 4. 5, I don't really like 5 as much as I thought I would. Because while the gameplay is incredible, I don't really like the setting. I don't like when you go into like the underground, or the big ass fucking demon tree, whatever it's called. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I haven't played that game since it came out, but the settings are all very samey. The realism they were going for in that game just doesn't really come off as like a stylistic. I just couldn't really get into 5 as much, and I hate playing as V. So, but yeah, 3 and 4 are some of my favorite games ever, and 1 might be getting a remake. People keep talking about it, which I'd be down for. I think 1 actually would make for like a good remake, even though I think it's still like just as playable today as it was back in the day. Yeah, I mean, acrylics are filler, but I don't know, when somebody's making like a shrine, right? I think they're really nice for that kind of thing. You see it a lot with like VTubers, if you follow VTubers, because VTubers don't really get like figures. They get like a plush maybe, and then like a lot of acrylic stands and like badges and pins. So when people are making these like shrines for them, you see all these like little different acrylic stands from different artists, and kind of just makes it like, wow, this person's really dedicated to it. It's just like a nice way to, you know, build a collection in like a little area of a character or person you like, and not have to spend as much as a figure, you know, collection. I don't really do that, you know. I have a couple of acrylic stands. I have a lot for Xenoblade because I just like Xenoblade, but you know, I don't have any of like Korone, for example. Actually, that's a lie. I have one, but that was just because I saw it in Japan and I bought it on a whim. But yeah, I don't know. They're cool. They're cool. They're just, you know, not really something I go crazy about. And I don't think they should really be in that conversation as like, this is stupid, buy a figure instead, when I don't think they serve the same purpose. You think they gauge interests? Maybe. I don't know. That's a good theory. I can't really imagine that, but I guess. Because like the same companies aren't making, like whoever's making the acrylics don't necessarily make the figure, so they would just have to like pay attention to that. I don't know. Bayonetta 3 has the funnest combat. 2 has the best story though. Something about 3 just never grabbed me. I also don't really like the new character. I forget her name though, because I didn't play it. DMC4 is actually pretty cool, but I didn't like when you finally played as Dante. You just ran through all the same boss. Yeah, that's exactly the problem with that game. That's why I don't really defend it, and I call it a guilty pleasure, because it's half a game. But Dante is just really fun to play, so... I don't give it a pass, but I just think, like, for what it is, and for the time it came out, it was like a silky smooth, really fun action game. Still had all the style, had great music, very memeable music, right? The time has come, and so have I, right? Bosses are cool. Nero was a great character. Really fun to play as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's a game I could always go back to and just mess around with, but it's yeah, it's not like a high quality game. It's weird because yeah, they fumbled it, but it's also good at the same time. At least in my opinion, it's good. They're good for Ita bags. Just put acrylic inside the transparent insert. True. Yeah, but I'm not that guy. I don't know much about an Ita bag. Not against it. Ugh, it's just not really something I've done. Thank you for your travel vlog. They were great tips. They were a great tip to get some nice stores and weed out Akiba during our vacations. Oh, I'm glad you used them. I'm assuming you've already went on vacation. People want me to make a video about like my favorite stores. I don't know if I have like enough to say about that. I also feel like I didn't go anywhere that unique. Like I tried to go to the big places. I don't really feel like I found a lot of specialty, crazy, wild anime figure stores, but I tried my best with what I went to. I think if I went back, I would definitely do some deep diving and really look for some hidden shops. But that wasn't the point of the video, right? This was just, you know, going through what my experience was. As somebody who hasn't been there for so long, I didn't need to go find the specialty stores or like the underground ones, the secret ones, because I had all these like mainstream, like very obvious places to go to first, and then, you know, we explored past that a little bit. But yeah, the reception to those videos has been really nice. I'm glad I made them. I'm glad you guys like them. It's very encouraging, you know, to make more stuff like that. DMC reboot was also not as bad as everybody else tried to make it out to be. When people, when it came, people were giving it 2s and 3s. Yeah, I agree. I famously, well, not famously, but I have a friend who really likes that game, and I wasn't that into it. I don't think that game is terrible. I would just constantly say, like, I don't like this as much as the new ones. Or sorry, like the original ones. It's nowhere near a 2 or a 3. I think it's a pretty safe game. I think the story wasn't really that good. It had funny moments. It's definitely entertaining, I'll say that. And some of the creative like level design with like shit flying around everywhere and everything is broken up, pretty cool. Can't remember a single song from that game, which is kind of important for Devil May Cry in my opinion. And the combat was never as like, you know, kinetic. Didn't really have that like flair to it that I really like in Devil May Cry, but yeah, it's solid. It's a solid game. It felt a little mean-spirited, which is part of why people didn't like it. Like they were kind of trying to rub it in, like, yep, this is the new Dante. You should play this one because it's cooler than the old one, where they really shouldn't have went with that direction. I know it was like a little tongue-in-cheek, but, you know, when you haven't heard from Devil May Cry in a while and they come back with this, like, reboot that feels unnecessary, and then they also rub it in a little bit, it's like, what are you doing? You're clearly just going to make old fans mad, so just felt like the wrong idea, wrong path that they should have taken, but, you know. I think a lot of people share that sentiment. But I think at this point, it's probably not gonna, you know, come back. So. Dude, the Surugaya in the Marui Annex is so good. I'm telling people. I feel like that place you would not guess would have like one of the best Surugayas, but it really does. It's huge. Like my video does not demonstrate how good or big that store is. Because it's the whole floor, right? Hold on, I'm trying to grab my camera here. Let me switch my camera. Because when I was there, I didn't even have this thing. It's like this, right? And I felt so awkward just like shoving the camera up like this. So I'd constantly hold it down. And my footage, I wasn't always looking at it. So a lot of it's kind of shitty. Not that I showed, like the stuff I showed you is fine. But like the stuff I didn't show you is pretty bad. So I couldn't just have it like continuously running. I wasn't thinking about that at the time. But yeah, man, there's like sections for everything there, and it's all so packed. Music section, manga section, video game section, anime figure section, probably plushies, I don't remember, but yeah, that place is incredible. Then there's the Lashinban upstairs. There's the Prime One store upstairs. I think the Cinema Roll Cafe is on the first floor. There's like a Godzilla store on the first floor too. And Ichiban Kuji on the first floor. None of which I got on camera, so I didn't show it or talk about it. But that building just has so much. If you're in Shinjuku, that's not really a place to go for like the hobby stuff, but that building absolutely is. Plus they have pop-up stores there too, like the free rent one I saw. It's big and also quiet. Yeah, true. I like barely talked about that concept, because when you're in Akiba, everything's so fucking loud. But Shinjuku, that store, not so much. A lot of stores are like that outside of Akiba, though. Yeah, well, Lashinban is just Surugaya. It's just like another kind of store like that. Secondhand stuff. Could have anything, you know? A lot of character goods and plushies and figures and video games and everything in between. And when I went, I didn't realize that was even like a store. And I kept seeing it over and over and over again. Like in Ikebukuro, that was one of the first, not one of the first, but like, I think I saw it early on and it was closed, and then we got back to it before we left. And it was a good store. I just did a terrible job filming it because I never filmed anything with this before, so most of my footage was ass, and I didn't spend enough time looking at the figures there for the video, but everything in Ikebukuro, I don't think I talked about it in the video because I didn't want people like making assumptions or anything or trying to criticize it, but everybody tells you in Ikebukuro that the city is more catered towards women and their hobbies and interests, and it's definitely true. It's not so true that if you're not into what women are into, that you won't find anything, but you can feel it. You could see it. You could see like if, you know, I don't know what's popular right now with the ladies out there in terms of like otaku stuff, but it does feel like a lot of that stuff was more for them than me, I guess. But at the same time, you go to the video game K-books, which is the one I put on film, and there's like Phoenix Wright, Danganronpa, Fate, Toho. It's like that stuff everybody likes. So I feel like you hear something like that, you might not want to go to Ikebukuro if you're like a big buff manly man who only wants to fucking play and watch Gar anime and like, you know, it's like, oh, I only watch shonen. That's the only good anime out there. It's like, no, man, just fucking check it out. Sunshine City is there. It's a very normie mall, but it has like the Pokemon Center there. It had the Bandai Cross store at the top. It had a Ghibli store on the, like one of the floors. That mall was just confusing though, and we didn't want to spend too much time in it. But yeah, it was great. Ikebukuro was cool. Had a couple of arcades there, a lot of crane games there, of course. The Mandarake, admittedly, probably not gonna find that much there. Even for figures, and like I feel like I have a pretty wide taste, right? Like I don't feel like I'm too different from like any of the women collectors out there in terms of like what I like. I like Idolmaster stuff, and a card captor soccer figure, if it's cool, I'm gonna say it's cool. But that store, it didn't have jack shit. So it like had a couple of cool things in the front. But then everything on the inside was just like prize figures. And then like the wall of just like yaoi dojins and stuff like that. I was like, okay, not gonna put that on film. But yeah, that Mandarake was pretty weak. That was like the only time I was like, yeah, okay, Mandarake and Ikebukuro, not really for me, I guess. But everything else was fine, so I don't know. Dude, a Doro Hey Doro pop-up? I'm jealous. Yeah, Ikebukuro is cool. I liked it. Honestly, I should have went back, but that was like the very first thing we did in Japan. And we were there for a while, so it didn't feel like we had to go back. And none of the stores, like it didn't really have too many figures, so I guess I didn't really feel a need to go back, but the stores were good. And it was a fun time. And definitely like a day thing. If you have a lot of days, you should go there. And if not, maybe half a day. Do you remember your first scale figure? Yeah, it's the Aisaka Taiga Q's Q Tiger outfit version. I bought that in 2011 and I still have it. Noi. Everybody likes Noi. That's the thing though. Like I feel like, I don't know, assigning gender to anime is like, I don't feel like it's really necessary anymore. I think if you like Doro Hey Doro, it means you just have good taste. Like Doro Hey Doro is just amazing. Like I feel like everybody should just like it. I don't care if it's gruesome. Why are you saying like what? Women can't like gruesome shows? You know, like, and everybody likes Noi. Like Noi is just the perfect woman. She's like 8 feet fucking tall and she's buff as shit. So it's just like, the guys are gonna like her. The girls are gonna like her. Everybody's gonna like her. No, I'm not a bar guy. Nobody in the group really seemed like they cared about that stuff either. Maybe next time. Honestly, when I was there, I didn't even think about doing that. Might have been fun. Get tossed around. My short ass in a muscle girl bar. Yeah, that'd be cool. But no, I didn't do that. Your girlfriend has better taste than you, bro. Sorry. Nah, but it's all good. I just try and recommend Doro Hey Doro to anybody. The second season's anime, did I say that right? The anime's second season has been incredible. Like, the first season's anime is good, but only because the manga is so good. But the season 2's adaptation has been so much better. Everything, I feel like Mappa just learned so much about like 3D animation over the past 5 or 6 years with doing that show and doing Attack on Titan. And they just like align the fucking stars with this season where it's like always looking good. The animation's so much better. They use so many more like 2D drawings instead of just like only like 3D animation, because sometimes it was a little choppy in the first season, but they do a good mix of both, and the characters are so much more expressive here too. They're like constantly drawing over the models to just make them more expressive when they need to be. Also, the story just gets crazy in season 2, so it's just more interesting in general. But yeah. If you haven't seen that show, I highly recommend it. You can just read it. It's an incredible manga. It's one of my favorites, but I think it's a good time to jump into the anime if you would like to. Don't judge it because it's a 3D show. It's so fucking good. And it's also one of those shows where it's like, yeah, it's super gruesome and gory and stuff, but it's also really goofy at the same time, like more so than a lot of other shows that would go this angle. What do you think about the SAO, Sword Art Online video game? I don't know much about it. I'm not into Sword Art Online. I can't remember like what that game looks like. Maybe if I like looked at the trailer, I'd be like, oh yeah, but right now I can't. So sorry, I don't have anything to say. There was a bar in Shibuya I wanted to go to. We didn't end up doing it because it was like 10,000 yen to go in or something. I forget the name of it, but it's a bar run by like an old Nintendo employee, and he just has like a lot of friends in the industry, and they all came to his bar, and he has all this like cool, just like promotional stuff and just, you know, like rare items from back in the day. And it's just like this cool little chill spot where you talk to the guy and his wife, and they just talk about like the video game industry from back then. I think he worked on like maybe Chibi Robo, which was one of the reasons I wanted to go. I know he knows the people from like Moon, Remix RPG Adventure. But yeah, there's just like all these cool like Mario and Zelda and Pokemon and Earthbound. I think Earthbound specifically, they had a lot of stuff for that. I forget the name of it. It's like Hachi something or something. I'm sorry, I can't remember right now. But it was really cool. But at the time, we didn't feel like spending that much money and you have to reserve for it. So that's definitely something I would do next time if I were to go back. Maybe I should just look that up while I'm yapping about it. I feel like it was like Hachi something. Hachi Bar? Shibuya? 84 Hachi, maybe. 84 Cafe or Hashi Cafe is a private bar in Tokyo, Shibuya Ward, owned by Toru Hashimoto, a former engineer at Kyoto-based video game company Nintendo. Okay. That's what it was. Right. You could actually find, like, videos on this place if you look it up on YouTube. I think you get, like, a free drink and a little snack if you were to go. Here, I think I pulled up the website. There is. And there's like a whole new drop of merchandise that they put out. I think that actually went up for pre-order. You know, let's just look at that real quick. Was it Hobonichi? Whoop. I think it's this, right? Yeah, new stuff just came out. The shoes. Not gonna buy those, but they look fresh. I'm kind of tempted because I did originally want to buy this, the Chimera plush. Not too bad, $36. That conversion rate is not fair, but you know, that's what they're doing. But they put the alien out, they put the Ramblin' Evil Mushroom, which is great, the Starman plush, right? Not too into the shirts, don't need patches. These magnets are kind of cute. I don't know if I should be getting into magnets though. The Tenda plush, that shit's great. I love Tenda. Tenda's so funny. Oh, is he not available? Oh, is he not out yet? What's going on? I can't translate this right now. Huh. Maybe they're coming soon. Maybe they're not up just yet. Okay, they're not out yet. I think they're coming soon. Or they sold out. I don't know. Can't read it right now. But yeah, I hate the tariff rate here. I feel like it's so much to ship these things to me. But if anything, I would buy like maybe one or two of these and the Chimera, and then maybe the Tenda, because it's cute. Not really like a clothing Earthbound guy. I don't need that stuff. The socks. The shoes are so good, but I'm not going to wear those, so I don't need them. What's up, ASDF? How you doing? I know, bro. Some of this stuff is crazy. Like, I don't get it. Like, why does a hat cost 7,400 yen? But a plushie is like 2,000, right? Like this, I don't know, I thought this would be more money. It's like a decent size. It's not here in the photo, but it's here. 16 bucks, that's fair, you know. The big Chimera plush, 4,000 yen, not bad. Umbrella, 16,000 yen. What makes this 16,000 yen? It's an umbrella. It has the mother logo on it. It's like, that's it. I do not get it. I really, really, really do not get it. It has to be made of the finest material known to man. And again, like this shirt. Is there anything on the back? Okay, there is. I still feel like 5,000 yen for a graphic tee is too much. Like, I don't know. Graphic design is my passion kind of shirt. Like, I don't see the value in it. Yeah, I just wish it made sense. I think that's why a lot of people back in the day actually got into anime figures, because they used to be cheap relative to what they are. You would see like an anime figure for 7,000, 8,000 yen, and then the Blu-ray for the show, 2 episodes for like 9,000, or like even more than that. It's like, what are we doing here? So people would buy the figures instead of the media, and now the figures cost 3 times, 4 times as much, which is whack. Mother Ichiban Kuji. What's the new one? I gotta look for like, I don't know, past month. I don't know how I would find this right now. I type in mother, that's a little like vague, I guess. I don't want to log in. I know exactly what you're talking about. I just can't find the image of it right now. I don't remember if there was anything there for me. Why is it so hard to find? The lineup is on the official. Okay. You just type in one Kuji, like Ichiban. I like don't follow this stuff close enough. Why is it not loading? Okay, this should be the site, right? Right here. I do not see. I don't know how to navigate this site. That's the that's the problem. I don't use it enough. Is there like a button I could press for like all of it? I can't even translate on Firefox. That's a... There we go. Home, login, can't read. Drop down Q&A. Yeah, when I was there, they had the, what was it? The Cinderella Gray one that I wanted to try, but it was so popular. There was like lines for it. People line up for this, so get ready to wait. Why don't I know where to go? Like, how do I navigate this website? Like, how do I find more, you know? Go to their Twitter. Might be on their Twitter. I'm not logged in, so I better not see nothing crazy. No. No. I can't click that. I hate Twitter, bro. The Yoshi one, I remember that. Balich. Does this shit just not work when you're not logged in? Getting a little tight. I'll look at it elsewhere. I'll look at it on the site that I'm actually, or like on Chrome where I'm logged in. Ichiban Kuji Mother. See, that's the old one. They still show me the old one. But like, why? I think I'm going crazy. I can't find it. Oh my god. Oh, okay, I got it. I got it. Honestly, Apothecary Diary stuff is a little hard to come by, from my experience in Japan. So what do we got? We got mugs, decorative mugs. We have like, what are these supposed to be? It's like the player icons or like the status screen when you're fighting. Big plush, long whiskers, very droopy, kind of squished too, a little funny. A house for Mr. Saturn, okay. Yeah, nothing that I would like die to get. This is a cute present though. Like mimicking how it looks in the game. I really like that. The bags are nice too. Yeah, definitely something if I was there I would try, but I don't think this is something I would like try and buy on Mercari Japan for like inflated prices, you know what I mean? Fun thing to try for when like when you're there, but not something I need to go crazy about now that I'm not. Anyway, 84 Hashi. This was the bar I was talking about, or the cafe. It's a cute little place. I don't think they have too much information on the site though. But you can see like a bunch of original art from like all the people who worked on these games and stuff like that. It was cool. It looked like a cool place to go to. But we did not get a chance to do it. I think they have a merch store too, which is kind of funny. Also, this place, they don't tell you the address of it until like the day of. They try and keep it very secretive. Tour, channel. I just wanted to see their merch store. I know they had some. Am I missing it? Okay. They got merch. They got cute made rabbit merch. Which I guess you could buy online if you want. But yeah, just something if you're like a Nintendo dork like me, you can go to if you're interested. Whew. Oh, Magic Can't mug. I shouldn't have closed it. I'll take your word. But I bet it's cool. It's just so much Earthbound stuff. It's crazy. They make so much stuff for Earthbound nowadays. That's another series that's impossible to keep up with. If you're like really into Earthbound, I don't know how you could. Even that new drop would cost you a few $100s, and they do it all the time. Anyway, I think good time for me to wrap up. I am starving, so thank you very much for watching, guys. Appreciate you stopping by. Do we have anything to plug? Not really. Discord's free to join it if you want to. I got a Patreon if you want to support me there. I will make a new video soon. We got Smile Fest coming up in 2 weeks, which I plan to make a video for. And yeah, probably won't stream until after that. I don't know when the next stream will be, but definitely planning more. So, until then, thank you for watching. And hope to see you next time, and also hope to see you the next time I make a new video too. Appreciate the support. Goodbye.